episode 29, 1 away from 30.
Who's 29?
Nobody.
There's
nobody.
Yeah, there is.
Nobody.
Zero
We had to have one every episode.
Every episode.
There's nobody with the number
there is.
29. Who? There's no basketball player.
I don't know. I mean, football,
that
I'm
ever
sure there's
played
some.
that. It has to be some.
DeMarco Murray. Marcus Camby wore 29. It's not bad.
The Marcus Camby show, baby.
Joseph Adai.
The Marcus Camby
Hey,
episode.
Kareem Hunt, cuz.
The Kareem
Hunt
Hunt episode. Since we're on, the Chiefs and football
yeah, you
this
know
year.
what?
Kareem
We're on
this
it.
week.
We're on it. We're
I
on
like it.
I don't think it's Kareem Hunt, boys, but
it. Kareem Hunt, you were 29 now.
Joseph Adai.
Okay, cool.
Joseph Adai, I guess.
I guess, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Marcus Camby was better, but okay.
Then Joseph Adai.
Yeah.
You know who Joseph Adai is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He played on the Colts.
Good job. Good job. Hey, good catch. You got a chip.
We're in the middle of an Arctic blast out here in Detroit, Michigan.
Arctic Blast.
But we're good.
Are we?
We're not good.
Are we?
We're good.
We got to hear beat up and bruised today.
Whenever I talk to my clients in California, they're like, man, it's cold outside. I'll be like, how cold it is out there? They'll be like, yeah, it's like 55. And I'm like, yeah, it's like 10 degrees over here.
That's our spring.
I woke up today. I looked at the feels like. It said negative 14. I said, I don't feel like getting out of bed today.
But that's how you know it's bad in Michigan because, like, nothing shuts down. Like, kids don't go to school.
No, we
but,
keep
like,
pushing.
You just keep on rocking.
Football weather.
Sure, we used to it.
Football weather.
For real.
They shouldn't play football on that, man.
I mean,
It's cool, though. Some cool games come out of that.
No, like, bro, that Bills and Ravens game, people dropping passes.
No, frozen
like,
thunder.
At all.
Man.
Like our last year when the Chiefs and the Dolphins played, and it was like one of the
cold.
coldest games ever.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
And then out of all players to play in that game, it was Tua.
The man never had a chance. Never had a chance.
Yeah.
Oh baby,
Speaking of betting the Chiefs,
oh baby, we got a lot. To
we got a
discuss.
doozy.
Such a sad episode.
But
Wow,
hey,
yeah.
there's some, there's only 2 episodes left of live basketball left, and after that, it's gonna be a lot of just the ranking and then live basketball. But I'm gonna take.
He said live basketball twice. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. What was he trying to say?
What do we have live basketball for? It's live. You mean football, then basketball.
Yeah, I'm saying like after this football is over, then we're gonna have live basketball.
هلا هذا ما وصل يا عارف معاه.
بيشتغل
Yeah.
We're gonna cherish these last 2 games, man. Or 3, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These last 3 games.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 games.
Yeah.
At 3 games, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Really 2 games. Nobody really cares about the NFC game.
Oh, I care.
I care a lot.
You want to bet Jayden makes it close?
Hey, if
You want to bet?
If
he makes it
Jayden gets
close?
to the Super Bowl, bro.
Sick.
Bro.
Sick. I don't want to see that, but that would be sick.
First ever rookie to make it to the Super Bowl.
Imagine.
Can we just put our picks out there, like to start? Not picks like who's gonna win, but like who I want to win. I want to see the Eagles Chiefs rematch again.
It's a scary
Who do you want
game.
to win?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, get out of here, bro. There's no way.
You know who's like the dirtiest fan base in sports?
The
Eagles
Eagles.
fans, bro.
You see the
I
Eagles?
understand
nasty
that.
work,
yeah,
bro.
I hate Eagles fans. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only
believe it or
reason
not-
why.
Hey, believe it or not, Chiefs fans ain't bad. As bad as they should be.
How better could they be? Are they?
No,
they don't.
they're
You
bad.
sound stupid when you talk
No,
shit
no, no.
about
I'm
Chiefs
saying,
fans.
think about Boston fans.
Not as worse than
the
the
Big
Eagles
Three
fans.
won a championship, and they talked about that championship for decades.
Not the fans though. Them, the players talk about it.
But the
the Eagles haven't won anything and they're still talking.
They're bad.
They're horrible.
Oh,
they're
oh my God. Our Instagram right now.
Yeah.
Folks are after me in the DMs.
Hey,
'cause
good news is TikTok. It looks like it's back for a little bit.
TikTok is back. One day, stop the whole world, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell my phone. If anybody wants a phone, got TikTok on it, man.
I got 5 racks.
10 bands.
No, give me 5 racks. Take it.
Hey, you want? Why would somebody why would somebody take off TikTok off their phone?
Space,
That's
memory.
It's like a human thought. It's like it
take-
pops up. Like, oh man, what if it works? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if they're fucking around?
Thank God I didn't do that,
Uninstall.
bro.
Install. Sorry, you're locked out.
I don't even have a TikTok, bro. Like I could give a shit less about
Boss,
TikTok.
man.
But Cap
the
Cut
only
was down.
the only thing, what I cared about was us being able to produce these shorts and these videos and like our, because we've been growing like a small following on TikTok, so it's like that's what I
I'm
was
not
worried
gonna lie,
about.
bro. I'm addicted to TikTok.
Bro,
That's what I was worried
those are
about.
Some people's like day-to-day jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like people sell like their
I
stuff.
know.
I'm addicted to TikTok, bro. I'm not even gonna try to sit here in front. I'm
Yeah.
addicted to it, bro. Like I will sit there for like
I'm gonna be honest with
I'm
you, brother. It's the same
addicted
thing on
and I
Instagram,
just
same
can't
thing on
keep
Facebook.
it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Nah,
I use
man.
Instagram.
I went the day that it banned. I went on Instagram Reels, and I'm just like, I can't fuck with
Yeah,
this.
you gotta make your algorithm the same thing.
Same
as TikTok.
thing,
Yeah,
bro.
well, literally the same
Yeah.
thing.
All right, fellas, let's
Except
discuss.
Instagram is better. If you want the truth.
It is.
We're gonna
pictures and
discuss
stuff,
some
stories.
uncomfortable things that happened last weekend. First thing, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Let's talk about the Bills and the Ravens game. This is the biggest hot topic that everybody and their mothers has an opinion. My dad had an opinion on it. Your grandmother had an opinion on it. Your fucking grandfather had an opinion on it. Everybody had something to say about the Ravens and the Bills game. What were some of your guys' first thoughts after that game? Well,
First thought about what though?
what do you guys think about Lamar Jackson after that game? That's what everybody wants to talk about.
Nothing. Because I walked into that game. I've said it like 100 times on this pod. I go back and forth with him and Josh at 2 and 3 all the time. That game changed nothing for me. I go back 2 and 3. If you think Josh is better than Lamar, I don't know how that game changed your mind. And if you think Lamar is better than Josh, I don't know how that game changed your mind.
How about you?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Legit the same exact thing.
I
Lamar, he didn't lose in that game.
well, it's not even that, bro. It's like.
I mean, that's what people's first.
So
thoughts
let me
is, but
tell you something. A lot of people like look at it as Lamar outplayed or Josh outplayed Lamar, and I've seen people in the media and on social media saying Lamar outplayed Josh. I don't think that's what that game was. That game was disappointing to me because it wasn't like a shootout between the two. It was just a clash of play styles.
right.
Like Josh won the game. He threw 127 yards and ran for 20 more. Now, granted, he ran for 2 touchdowns at the goal line, but like. Wasn't like he was out here being Josh Allen.
1,000%.
He was a game manager, which is exactly what his team needed him to be. They had a great game plan in place. They played safe, they played conservative, and they won the game.
1,000%.
And on the other side, the game plan wasn't as safe and wasn't as conservative, and there was mistakes made by Lamar Jackson, who put him in a hole. And then when he brought him back at the end, it didn't really matter because the mistakes already were accounted for. So I don't see how it changes anybody's opinion on either guy.
Nothing.
To be honest
that
with you.
didn't change my perception on either of them. You can literally.
Can I say something though, real quick,
and
before
3.
you go in your speech? I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan. I'm assuming everybody knows that by now. Josh Allen probably won't win the Super Bowl this year, but like I thought about it, long and hard. And if you're a Josh fan, and he loses this year, I would keep my head up. And as a Lamar fan, I'm not upset that he lost this year. Because I know the Super Bowl's coming for both of them. Because if you think about it long and hard in NFL history, in the 90s, all 3 of the top guys won a Super Bowl. Same in the 80s, same in the 2000s, same in the 2010s.
History
The
repeats
2
itself.
of them are going, like guys like Lamar Jackson, they win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to run off 3 or 4. But they typically win a Super Bowl.
Everybody forgets.
They won one.
Peyton Manning didn't win his first Super Bowl until he got into his 30s.
Oh, my baby Lamar looks like Tom Brady in front of Peyton Manning's first 5 years in the
but
playoffs.
you know what I'm
brother.
saying? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
so like, they legitimately like
Those type of guys.
history repeats itself. There's
bound to happen.
this generation has its Tom Brady,
Yeah.
and then it has the guys who are great that just
Peyton won 2, A-Rod won 1. Like, these guys are going to win 1.
It's bound to happen. Once you
They're gonna
make
win one.
that much AFC
Yeah.
and NFC championship
That's gonna happen.
games, you're gonna.
That's why I was like
squeeze
upset it didn't
one
happen
in.
this year. You're always upset when it doesn't happen that year for you, but I mean,
But it's been like,
My-
consistent.
This
it's 4
is
years.
my
bro.
take on
This
the-
is the 5th playoffs.
So this is my take on the Lamar thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Lamar Jackson didn't win him that game, and he didn't lose him that game. If I showed you the stats of both quarterbacks, and I said, and you didn't know the score, and I said Swade, which quarterback won this game?
You would think Lamar blew him out of the water.
You would say that I think that Lamar won that game, Hakeem. I'm like 100% sure the Ravens won that game. But when you look at it, obviously we know what happened. So people that come out and said that Lamar choked, no, that's not a choke job. Lamar didn't have a great half, and I just truly believe that the first half lost him the game.
Yeah.
The way those two teams play as far as like play style, they don't want their quarterback throwing the ball as much as they wanted Lamar throwing the ball. And that's why when you look at Josh Allen, he didn't have all these throwing yards because that's the kind of game. They want to take a lead. They want to run out the clock. They're going to play conservative.
Right.
They're not gonna, make any mistakes or anything like that. But yeah, you can't walk away from that game and say that you can't walk away from that game and say that Lamar choked. There's something that Lamar has to realize, though. Lamar has to get out of his own way at this point because in half his playoff games at this point, he's turned the ball over twice. And I'm willing to bet you a lot of these turnovers aren't forced. Like, the teams aren't forcing these turnovers on him. Like, those 2 turnovers that happened to him today, in the last game, one, he fumbled where he should have just you have to be more careful with the ball, and that pick was a miscommunication. But if you guys realize, every team that advanced this week,
No turnovers.
not a single turnover.
Yep.
I disagree with you on one thing. Josh did outplay Lamar Jackson. And this is a discussion that me and you were kind of having in the basement. It was funny. I was like, you can look at stats in a game, and you could say, oh, my God, that guy from stats. But when you watch that game, yeah, there was a reason why that Josh didn't have all the passing yards. He didn't have to.
Yeah, I know, but my point was that if you don't have to, then you can't outplay someone. If you don't have to outplay them, then you don't outplay
he
them.
didn't.
You can't outplay them.
What I mean by he didn't have to.
You walked away from that game thinking, oh, the difference was Josh and Lamar this game? Because I didn't. I walked away saying it was a clash of 2 play styles from 2 different teams. And one team is built to play with a lead, which is the Bills.
Both teams
they're
are
built to play with a lead.
Both teams are built to play with the lead. The problem with both teams is that it's so funny. All 3 of those teams in the AFC, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills, none of them are built to play from behind. Because, who's the best weapon on every team? It's not a wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
The Ravens' best weapon is a running back. The Chiefs' best weapon is a tight end.
The Eagles are kind of built to play
I
from
was saying
behind.
from the AFC teams.
Yeah.
And then the Bills, their best weapon is their quarterback and their running back, right? So none of those guys can go down by 10 and probably come back. The reason why I think Josh outplayed him is because Josh didn't have to throw for all those yards because he didn't turn over the ball twice. So they didn't have to go down.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't outplay him.
Yeah, but he didn't have to throw those yards because, like you said, he had a lead, so he didn't have to.
He didn't have to, though.
But that's what I'm saying. But I understand that. But he didn't have the lead.
It didn't change.
The Bills
for me.
had the lead.
It didn't.
And
change
I know where
none
you
of them
can't
for me.
separate Josh from that. But bro, guys, he played 4 quarters in that game, and he had a total of 140 yards. That's rushing and throwing the ball.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But Hetty,
he
that game
himself.
that game would have been flipped though, if Josh would have turned the ball over twice and having to
100%.
play from a lead.
100%.
Again, it doesn't change.
I guess you could say he outplayed him, and the fact that he held onto the ball, he was more careful with the ball.
I mean, that's a big part of it at this
100%
point.
it is.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? At this point, Lamar just needs to understand. You can't be the one to lose the game.
Yeah.
Lamar, you're way too fucking good to let this happen every single time.
But I don't think it's fair to say Lamar lost that game.
No. I'm saying Lamar can't. You can't cough up the ball and I think that's just him. To him, he just needs. He's so good, and he's so talented that he could do something spectacular.
Yeah, because in the second half they look like 2 different planets of quarterbacks.
Of course, but again, though, it's because
One was down, one was up.
Because why would the Bills go out there and throw the ball a million times?
No, 100%. I mean, man, but that almost cost him the game.
100%.
It almost cost him the game, bro.
Lamar didn't help with it, though.
I guarantee you, if Lamar does not turn over the ball, the fumble, the pick, his defense bailed him out. They didn't give up any points on that one, I think. The fumble is the one that really hurt him, right? I guarantee you the Ravens would have won that game by 10 plus if they would have went into halftime with a lead. I promise you, because they're built. Both teams are built, right? Lamar will get there. Josh will get there.
Yeah.
He needs to it needs to be something that he has to understand because, those turnovers weren't a lack of weapons. I don't want to say it's a lack of focus. I think he just needs to understand this has to be important to him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
100%.
explain it. I
100%.
really, really don't. And it sucks. We're sitting here on a fucking podcast. And
Well, because, there's a small thing that people don't also grasp 100%, I feel like sometimes. And it's something so minute, something so small and stupid, but plays a factor. Typically the playoffs are in December and January. And typically it's fucking freezing in December and January. And it's been made very clear by the Baltimore Ravens organization and by Lamar that they're not that comfortable in the cold. They're not that comfortable in the cold.
They live in a cold city. Like
It's a cold city, brother, but it's not like Maryland isn't Buffalo. Buffalo's fucking freezing, bro.
True.
That's a different type of cold, bro. It was 7 degrees. It feels like it was -10. That's different than 30. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it makes holding on to the ball harder. It makes I'm not excusing him. I'm just saying, like, these are things that you're a great quarterback. You should figure that out by now.
He will.
It's
he
4 or 5 years,
will.
and you will.
And listen, this
Both
one.
of them will end up with a Super
I
Bowl. at
think
some
that
point,
this
and so will
one.
Joe Burrow,
I think
probably.
that this one. I think this one probably hurt him the most because this was probably like. It's probably one of their most complete teams, and I think they could have beat the Chiefs. Like they had a really good chance.
I thought
at
they were
beating-
more complete last year.
No,
be
I
honest
felt
with
like,
you.
No,
I
the
felt like
addition
with
of
Derrick
Derrick
It
Henry.
was just Derrick.
I just- the
I know,
only
guys,
thing-
but like they were deeper last year.
I
bro.
just-
they had by
would-
far the best defense in the league last year.
I'll walk away. I just can't walk away from that game calling Lamar a choker because yes, he put himself and his team in a hole in the second half. I'm sorry, in the first half, but in the second half,
He brought
did-
him back. He made his dues.
He did everything he possibly can.
Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, when you need everything to go perfect when you're down as much as they were,
Doesn't go.
guess what happens? Sometimes you have a guy like Mark Andrews
come on,
have the
Mark,
worst
twice?
second half of his life.
Come on, Mark.
He had the second. I still think the Bills win that game because he left too much time for Josh. I still
I
think
mean,
Josh.
they weren't moving that ball in the second
know.
half, but
Yeah,
they were
I don't-
holding.
I don't know.
him
I
tight, bro,
felt
in
like
second
that.
half.
It's
know
just.
that.
I mean, think
They
about
didn't-
it, bro.
they didn't-
You know
I mean,
the Bills went into halftime with 21. They ended the game with 27.
I don't.
It's not like they were moving up and down.
Honestly,
bro.
the Ravens didn't deserve to win that game.
No, they didn't. The person that deserved to win won.
Yeah.
100%. The team that listen, if you win the game, you deserve to
Yeah.
win the game. If you win a game, you deserve to win the game because you
it's
won.
just cliche at this point, and it's
Lazy, it's lazy.
It's lazy as
Yeah,
fuck
it's
to
lazy.
walk away and say Lamar's a
Chokes,
choker.
yeah, no. But
now
he didn't help.
no, he
No,
didn't.
it didn't
100%.
help.
I won't sugarcoat it though. I won't sugarcoat it. He needs to stop turning the ball over.
Yeah,
100%.
He needs to stop.
100%.
Not so. What you can walk away from games with is factual stuff, and there's a trend now.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, every other game in the playoffs, you are bound to turn it over not once but twice. That's an issue that nobody can fix
But you.
but you, and you need to make it important. Because I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, it's not gonna be because Patrick Mahomes throws for 400 yards in a game and 3 touchdowns. And the same thing with the Bills. I promise you it's not gonna be that. But if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, it's because Patty's probably gonna have 1 turnover for the rest of the year.
If that, yeah.
Or Josh is probably not gonna have any turnovers,
Right.
and vice versa. So sometimes it's not always about the numbers. It's just about keeping that ball secure and playing for the next down. And he'll get there. Just
It
gonna
was
take a.
unfortunate, but
It's part of sports, bro.
Look
Somebody
for
has to
part
win
of
and
it,
somebody
but-
has to lose.
I mean, guys, he's 27. You know what I
bright
mean?
future for him, man.
He's 27. He's not even halfway through his career yet. They'll be okay.
We'll move on
Both
to-
guys. I don't want either guy to win a Super Bowl when they're old and gray though. It's just like a game manager. I don't want to see that.
You what happened?
I don't want to see either guy win a Super Bowl
My
as like a
fear.
game manager.
You want to know what
at
my
that.
fear with Lamar
Yeah.
though is? My fear.
What's that?
My fear, and I was thinking about this. You know, I like comparing errors. I was like, I really hope Lamar Jackson doesn't end up being like A-Rod. What I mean by that is somebody that, like, we all look at A-Rod and we're like, that talent, you can't walk away with one. You get what I mean? Like, I want him to do more than that. And I know it's hard to say.
I mean, A-Rod's a top 5 quarterback arguably ever.
I know, but like when you think,
Top 5.
like, I can't sit here
A-Rod?
right.
Ever? Oh.
I can't sit here.
We're talking talent right now. Yeah.
I'm
easy.
just, but I'm talking about like on a just
Easy,
like
bro.
you're looking at like a whole list
What's
and a
wrong, bro?
resume.
A-Rod's not top 5 ever. Talent.
Ever?
We're talking talent.
Talent.
We're talking just talent.
Talent.
Okay.
Talent. Yes. But
This
I'm
is a
talking
guy
about.
we were saying might be better than Dom.
I'm
bro,
talking
when
about
he's
as
playing,
a
like,
career.
as
When you look at his
quarterback.
resume,
Yeah,
I
that's- yeah,
don't
that's
want
what
him. I don't want him to walk away with
Yeah.
being that guy that always comes up short because I can't sit here on this podcast right now and tell you guys why Patrick Mahomes is that much better than Lamar. I can't sit here and do that outside of like the turnovers. What I'm trying to say is like that it's not like this immense talent that's 10 times better, right? It's like what I'm trying, and the same. I could say the same thing about like the whole like Tom versus A-Rod. Like, could somebody sit here and tell me that Tom Brady is this much more talented guy than A-Rod?
True.
No,
you
you
can't. You
can't.
get what I'm saying? The
Yep.
same thing with Josh, and the same thing with Manning. I want him. I want him to cash in on all that talent,
He will.
right? And I want him to, but I don't want it to be like a one and done. I want him to get a couple. And
I'm good with one Lamar Jackson Super Bowl. One Lamar Jackson Super Bowl etches him in stone as the top 10 quarterback ever, and like How many of those guys do you see
He needs to
become top 10?
Oh yeah.
You know, you say that though, Hattie, but
Because let me tell you guys,
our new era is gonna keep on pushing and pushing out.
it's
Though.
it's not though. Because let me tell you why. Rank him as a regular season quarterback. Where does he rank?
2 or 3.
All time.
Regular season?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, shit. There's a lot of guys, man.
I can't do
He's 4th, maybe 5th, all time.
I gotta see a list. No way, man.
You don't have to see a list. You know how many people? If he wins MVP this year, and you know how many more people have MVPs than him? 3.
Okay. So
This year he just put up right now. This year he just had.
Okay.
He had 45 total touchdowns and 4 picks.
Okay.
And over 4,500 total yards.
Okay.
Which guy are you gonna look back in history and be like, yeah, that guy did that all the time?
No, I mean, he doesn't do that all the
It's
time.
all time greats.
Okay, but
So that's what I'm saying. Like as a regular season quarterback, you have 3 MVPs. Yeah, bro, you're a top 5 quarterback of all time. Regular season. So you add 1 Super Bowl to that. Yeah, brother, that's simple math. Tells you he's
But
a top
I don't
10
want him
quarterback
to
of all
come
time.
in. I
Bro.
don't want him to come in last.
His
on this.
I understand what you're saying. Is his problem? He has top 5 talent of all time.
Yeah, no, his
and if top
but
10
my
would be
thing
kind of
is,
short.
I don't
but-
want him to come up last on this generation. I don't want him to fall behind. You know, he's gonna fall behind Patrick, but I don't want him to fall behind Patrick.
You can't say it with certainty. He will though. If they both but listen, if they both end up with 3, let's just say in some weird world they both ended up with 3 or 4.
I don't. My
It's weird.
point. My whole point is I don't want him to fall behind. It would be a waste of a motherfucking career if we look back at it in 15 years from right now.
Yeah.
And on a list we can have Patrick, Josh, and Burrow over him. I'm saying in a hypothetical world, like that would be disgusting.
It would be, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
You know, it's possible. It really is possible. Where you never know what happens in these guys' careers. For God's sakes, we could see fucking Josh pump up 2 real quick. You just never know, bro.
I know, but like,
These teams are all young.
let
Every
me
year-
explain something to you, bro. This is Josh's 4th time playing Pat in the playoffs.
Third.
This is 4th.
I think he's
And
going
if he loses, this is 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I mean,
So you know what that means? That means you're owned by someone else in the league. And even if it is Pat, you're owned.
No, I know.
If Lamar played Pat 4 times in the playoffs, I'd be willing to bet every dollar that I have he'll beat him once.
I don't know.
He'll beat him at least once. If he played him 4 times, he'll beat him at least
I
once.
really
bro.
don't know.
he only played one time though.
That's what I'm saying. But if you played him 4 times, I'd be willing to bet he beats him at least
I
once.
don't know, bro. That's
And he was on-
that's
and he was
I don't know.
That's
It's a
a
hypothetical.
hypothetical.
And
It's
if
a hypothetical.
They didn't fumble last year.
It's
He was looking at him,
it's
he
all
was gonna win
hypothetical.
that game.
It's all hypotheticals. My point is like it depends on how you base that off of. When you say
No,
when
I'm
you
saying-
say how big of a failure it is, it depends on what happens. It depends on the scenario that he's placed in for the next 10 years.
I mean, bro,
Because one might be a success.
I mean, bro, if Lamar walks away with no championships,
that's bad.
Yeah, you
but
know
if he
what I'm
wins 1 or 2 in certain
and
situations,
those guys win like 3 or 4.
when
You
are they
never-
going to win 3 or
bro,
4 each?
Well,
they only have 7
the
years
Chiefs are
left.
going to keep on. Let me just tell you something. I said this.
No, I'm saying, but they only have 6-7 years left. Are they each going to win 3 or 4?
Every time you have, I'm actually gonna do my quarterback tiers later for you guys, so you guys can react to them. Every time you have one of those guys, you have a chance.
100%.
I guarantee you.
But you're not going to win 3 or 4 each in 6 years. It's mathematically impossible.
Let's hop off this for a
You got to
second.
think Pat's going to win 2 more. That's
Maybe.
out of 6. That's
Maybe
2.
I'm not convinced he's gonna get to the Super Bowl this year, bro. Real talk.
fucking tripping.
We'll talk about that game later.
Tripping.
Listen, man, Bills Mafia, you guys have been on me for like the last 3 weeks, and your guys' time came. Maybe the word overrated wasn't the right word, so I apologize for you guys like that. You guys accomplished the mission. You guys I'm sorry, you guys did something I thought you guys weren't going to do, and that was going to beat the Ravens, and so I was wrong. I'm man enough to say it. Let's stop with the
Death threats?
Let's stop with the death threats and saying that that I don't know football and I didn't play football, so I can't talk about it. Come on.
Let him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's calm down because now you're walking into a real goat. now do it against the Chiefs. Now, if you guys do it against the Chiefs, it's
It's cooked. It's Friday. The argument's done.
No, but I'm already wrong. I call them overrated, and they beat the Ravens, bro. They're back in another AFC
That doesn't mean they're
championship.
still not overrated.
No, you can't call a team overrated. That's an AFC championship.
I mean, if they lose by like 21, then yeah, they're over it.
at this point, I was just trying to say that Josh is very important to that team, and
Yeah.
the rest of the team sucks, and I still stand by that.
I don't know why people were defending Josh. in the comments. Like that's what we were saying.
I
You
was just
were
trying to
saying
say
that Josh
Their
is
guy.
great.
Like their guy.
And
like,
people got
I know, but he was saying Josh is so great that team he makes them
you
look
diss the
good.
team, you diss the quarterback.
yeah,
Bro. That's how it is with fans.
it is.
Yeah.
It's just how
That's
it
it.
is.
What?
You have to do
Yeah,
that.
if I say the Lions
No,
suck
man.
right now, people will be banging on my door
I mean,
saying what Jared
I know,
Goff.
but if you would have said Jared Goff was let down by the rest of his team, nobody's gonna be like, "No, Jared Goff is great." Yeah, that's what the fuck I just said. I'm saying his team let him know.
But Bills Mafia, you guys accomplished the mission. I was wrong. You guys aren't overrated. You
Yeah.
guys are a really, really good team. It's a great
A
accomplishment.
little
to
bit of fraudulence, but no big deal.
you guys, they're not frauds. We give them credit where it's credit's due.
Let's see, man.
You know,
Let's
they,
see.
they
Let's
made
see.
it to the AFC
So
Championship.
did Mark Sanchez. Let's see. I want to see it.
Honestly.
I wanna see it.
So did the 14 Jags.
I
boss.
want to see it. Come on. Blake Bortles made the AFC Championship. What does
Honestly.
that mean? I want to see it.
Let's talk about your guys' Lions, man. How you boys feeling at the Lions?
We have
lost,
to talk
man?
about the Lions right now?
And we're gonna talk about everything and not talk about the Lions.
Why?
Come on,
wanna
boys.
talk about the Lions, bro.
What happened with the Lions, fellas? What happened?
What happened with the Lions?
Yeah, what happened with the Lions? Man?
They choked.
No, I wouldn't. Say.
What? It was a little bit of choking, but I want to say it was a injured roster playing a fucking team on flames, is what it was. Wallah,
a
if you want
team-
to
a
It
team
could
that-
be
that-
considered a choke at home divisional round. 15
Hey, I mean, I
wins.
guess so.
Yeah, you know, but that wasn't the reason they. I mean, I wouldn't say that that's the reason they.
No,
lost.
the reason
They-
is
they-
the
they
reason
were-
is
But that
they had-
labels-
They were an injured team playing the hottest team in the league.
They had
That's why they
17,
lost.
17 injuries. I think 11 of them were on defense.
Yeah.
Play calling wasn't the hottest.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, I'm going to go there, man.
I'm not gonna go
I am going to go there. If I'm down 10 and I'm on my own 30, I'm not trusting my wide receiver
Yeah, that was bad.
to throw the
But
ball.
that's not why they lost.
That's not why they lost.
Listen, it's
Hear
it's
me
really,
out.
it's three things.
Hear me out.
Go.
Hear me out. Number one, the Jared Goff pick six.
Jared Goff in general is an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
That pick six that was on, we're leaning over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Then the pick at the end of the half,
Oh, that was so bad.
that was like,
that
oh,
was a
wow.
backbreaker, man.
Are we going to lose right now? And then the J-Mo pick.
It was bad play calling. I agree.
And then Jayden literally having nuts of steel and not shaking and not
He played
folding
perfect football.
under pressure.
He played perfect football.
I've never seen a quarterback
rookie.
be a rookie
Not even a rookie, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, just some quarterbacks just play that good.
playing like
real.
that, focused like that, didn't flinch. That motherfucker was sitting on the bench with his hands in his pocket as if
100%.
nothing is happening.
And in the middle of fourth field,
100,000%.
you had 30,000 drunk Detroit fans.
I have something to say
yelling.
about Jayden after this, though.
60,000 people, literally nothing.
What were
was
your thoughts
fading.
on that game?
Again, it's three things. It's so it was just, we were hurt. I mean, that's not an excuse at this point.
Oh, that's an
we were hurt.
It's real.
We played a team who's now on a 7-game win streak, the hottest team in the league, and these pocket quarterbacks, bro. When when everything is going great,
They're great.
they look amazing because they're accurate. They put the ball in beautiful spots. They get everybody involved. They share the wealth. Everything goes great. The issue with pocket quarterbacks is when you put a little bit of pressure on them, they look like college football players. The large majority of them, when they're under pressure, when they're getting blitzed, when everything isn't going exactly the way it should, they revert back to what they are, which is basically out of the league. Jared Goff is a prime example. Sam Darnold is a prime, and obviously Jared Goff is better than Sam Darnold. I'm not trying to put them in the same league, but
He looked like Sam
it's
Darnold
the
that game
same
at
type
times.
of player. Same type of player, bro, and that's why I'll always take the dual threat quarterback every time.
I'll give you guys my. I mean, it's simple. Listen, number one, injuries caught up to him. This is playoff time. You're going to be playing really good quarterbacks, no
Right.
matter what it is. Number two, this is the second time they played a good dual threat quarterback, and this is the second time they got their asses whooped.
Yeah,
They played Josh the first time, which Josh does that to a lot of people.
and Lamar raped him last year.
Lamar did it 2 years ago, and now Jayden did it to him again. I will not allow one Lions fan to say a damn thing about Ben Johnson. Look, Ben Johnson is a big reason, and I promise you guys will miss him next year, man. That's not right. We're not gonna. Ben Johnson.
It was bad play calling, though. It's fair to
that
say
was
that.
a bad.
It's fair to say
I
that.
couldn't
That
disagree
was a
with you.
bad. That was a bad.
I
play
could
call.
not disagree with you at all, man. But there's another thing they have to change, man. They shouldn't allow interviews to be going on in the playoffs.
Oh, they didn't lose because of
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If I'm
man.
focused, Hakeem, this is a human nature thing, man. Hear me out. Hear me out, bro. You're at a job. You're at a good job right now, and then you get an opportunity for triple the amount of money. I'm not thinking about that job. I'm thinking of, oh man, I'm about to make a bag. Ben Johnson was one of the main reasons why we were 15-2. I'm not discrediting at all, but that didn't help.
I don't completely disagree with you.
So
I don't think it's the reason why we lost.
That's
but I'm not completely
It's a
disagree
big
with you.
reason, though.
It's fair.
one of the big.
Listen,
no,
guys,
it's a big
fair.
reason.
Guys,
It's
Ben
fair.
Johnson isn't the reason
No, it's not the
why
main
Jared
reason.
Goff had his worst game probably in 2 years.
No, he's had a worse year.
You know what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is like the defense did whatever they could this year with what they had, and when your defense is like that and you need your quarterback to play perfect, Jared Goff didn't play close to perfect. He played like shit. We got on Herbert a couple weeks ago. He played just as bad as a game. You get what I'm saying? He looked like Darnold looked against the Lions a couple weeks ago, right? And
Looked pretty bad, yeah.
That's fair, and hit it right on the nose. When you have a Jared Goff and you're going against now what we're looking at as like one of the better quarterbacks in the league, you're probably going to lose to their team when that other guy.
Yeah.
Lions were at home. They were 15-1. They shouldn't have lost that game, and they did. And it is what it is. They'll be all right. I mean, I think it's, I don't know about 15 wins next week after losing both coordinators. I mean, next year, I apologize, but I mean, they got too good of a team. They're gonna get
And the culture is still there.
Yeah,
The culture runs through Dan, so it's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be
okay.
competitive.
What do you say? What do you want to say about Jayden?
I don't think it's an argument at this point to call him probably the greatest rookie ever at this point.
Yeah.
Especially if he gets the Super Bowl. It's not even a question at that
Already, bro. NFC Championship.
point. Complete stud. My guess is he'll be a top 5 quarterback in the league next year. But I don't want to be that guy because I love the kid. I really, really do, and I think he's going to be an all-time great one day, just like these. I think he's going to be in the mold of Lamar and Pat and Josh. I think these 5 are the next ones because he's damn near almost as old as them. I mean, the kid's turning 25 soon. I want to see Jayden Daniels play with a little bit of pressure. He's playing with house money right now. He has no expectations on him. Whatever he does is gold. Whatever he does is gold. Difference is with those other 3 guys, 4 guys. Everything is scrutinized and there's actual expectations on you. So I want to see Jayden Daniels. I'm not saying I want to see 1 more year to see if he's great. He's great. I understand he's great. I want to see if he has still has those same nuts of steel with expectations on him of an NFC Championship game.
You can. Let's not.
I want to see it.
There's nothing wrong.
I want to
with
see a
saying-
year.
That's
of it.
very
I want to see
fair.
Because
another
we've seen probably not at this level, but we've seen guys have an amazing start to their career, and then once we start putting a little bit of expectation on them,
No.
you're like, hey, bro, like, and maybe we put unfair expectations because they're so great. But I want to see with expectations. How does it look, Jayden? Does it look the same? 'Cause if it comes out and does the same shit next year,
Oh,
shut the
bro,
fuck up. I have nothing to say. You know what I mean? But
My bet from right now.
is they won't be in the NFC Championship game
My
then
bet
next
is
year.
next year they won't be in the NFC Championship, and they might, right?
They might, yeah.
But that won't mean that Jayden's not good at what depends on the way he plays, right?
Right.
Yeah, but it's. Oh, I'm gonna say it. It's very fair to say I want to.
Let's not do that to the kid just yet. Is what I'm saying.
No. It's not about.
You know what I mean?
It's just. It's also fair to say, hey, I want to see 1 more year with you. You get what I'm saying? Like I live by that rule.
Yeah.
Of course.
I always live by that rule, but it's also okay to say what you're seeing
It's
right
fucking
now
stud, yeah,
is
100%.
freaking
Bro, the
amazing.
craziest thing is this year was their rebuild year. This
fucking
is
stud.
supposed to be their rebuild year, and they're doing this
100%.
Yeah.
So were the Bills.
with 60-year-old Bobby Wagner and Austin Eckler.
But the Bills were in rebuild mode.
Yeah.
When?
You want
This year.
This year. This was their rebuild year.
That's a rebuild year.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, cool.
I say it.
Josh fucking Allen, my
I'll
baby.
say it, and I'll say it till whenever. There's no such thing as a rebuild year
When you have those
Patrick
guys,
Mahomes,
yeah.
Josh, Lamar, and maybe we can start putting your boy Jayden in there.
It's not a maybe.
You know what
I'm
I-
putting him over Herbert.
No, he's still not better than Joe Burrow.
No, he's not better.
So,
than
I mean, it's still.
I'm not putting him over Herbert. Over your Herbert.
Let me see 1 more year with
Yeah,
expectations.
1 more year's, but
Yeah.
1 more year's fair.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all.
fair.
Let me see
Now
1 more year
listen,
with
do
expectations.
I think
Because
that
I'd be
he's-
willing to bet you my left foot that if you put Justin Herbert in a playoff with zero expectations, he would ball his ass off. I'd be willing to bet you. Zero expectations, you see a different Justin Herbert. That shit is real, bro. That shit is real, bro. We saw it happen to the greatest athlete of all time, basically. Shit is real, bro. Expectations are a motherfucker.
True.
They are, bro. And if you say it doesn't make a difference in a game, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Let's jump off real quick, and I want to talk about something that a lot of people are talking about. I find it's really, really funny. It sucks that we had a really great week of football, and like you turn on most stations right now, and you're seeing a lot of the Patrick Mahomes and the ref things, right? It actually sucks. I blame one person and one person only. I blame Pat. You flop. I love you, but come on, bro. Too much. What are you guys' thoughts on this whole? What are your guys' thoughts on the NFL's rigging for the Chiefs?
Yo, go ahead.
You can go.
It's all you, bro.
No. Seriously, real talk. No,
It's
bro,
all-
do you think the
I've
NFL?
been saying this all year.
But do you think the NFL's rigging it?
Yeah, not rigging it, but it's like, man, they're like.
All right.
I was a firm believer, and you guys weren't against this, that even if you are the best player, whatever it is, bro, it's not fair to get these calls, man. It really isn't fair. It messes up the game. It messes up the other players. It ruins the game. I don't think that should happen. And yes, he gets calls that no other quarterback gets, no other team gets.
You don't find this ironic
That Tom used to
as a
get that?
Tom Brady and Patriots
No, I
fan?
don't find that at all.
That's
Because
crazy.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
The
You want me
fact
to
you
show
don't
you
find
some-
this ironic.
You want me to
is
show you
fucking
videos?
crazy.
Bro,
Let me
Spygate,
let me tell you something.
Spygate.
Let me tell you
Talk-
something.
Hakeem, that's not
Can I ask you a
what I'm talking
question?
about.
Do you feel like Patrick Mahomes gets more love from the refs?
I seen that stat. That stat isn't real. That's an inflated stat.
No, I'm saying, do you feel like he gets more love than someone like Josh or Lamar from the
What do you mean more love?
refs?
What do you mean?
Does he get more help from the refs than
The
someone like
Chiefs-
Josh?
No, I'm saying the Chiefs get more help than any other team in the league. And you're gonna go. I seen that stat where they're in penalized. No, that's a fake stat.
How's it a fake
I
stat?
already looked it up. It's a fake stat.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is.
How the fuck did you look this up?
Because I seen that same exact stat. The 21st and play. Yeah, I seen it. It's fake.
Is it?
What are your thoughts about it, Hedy?
Well-
What are your thoughts about it? Real talk.
It doesn't matter.
Do you think the refs are rigging it? Do you think the NFL is rigging it for the Chiefs?
Brother.
No, deadass.
Brother. I don't think it matters. I don't think they're rigging it, but I don't think it matters because the Chiefs were going to win that game anyways.
Yeah.
And they were going to win the game before that anyways, and the game before that anyways, and the game before that anyways. And the reason why they were going to win these games, now he put me in this corner and I don't like it. They were going to win these games regardless. It's the same reason why Tom ran off 4 and 8 years. It's the same reason why LeBron ran off 4 and 8 years. It's the same reason Kobe ran off 5 and 10 years. It's the same reason Mike ran off 6 and 8 years. It's the same reason Joe Montana ran off 4 and 8 years. It's because the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes and every other fucking team in the league doesn't. So it doesn't fucking matter. They're going to win regardless. And it's the fucking reason that when we look at someone like Patrick Mahomes, we don't compare him to the guys he's playing against because it's a stupid argument. We only compare him to guys that have already played because those are the only people who are his comp because he's earned that right. Brother, we're betting people, right? Mm-hmm. What's the dumbest bet in sports?
To bet against the Chiefs.
Why?
Because of Patrick Mahomes.
Because they play close games, right?
I mean,
And when it's a close game, what athlete on earth would you rather have with the ball in the NFL other than Patrick Mahomes? The answer is 0. And if you have to think about it, you don't watch football. And your argument is invalid. The slide where the two defenders collided shouldn't have been a call.
The first one should have, though.
Shouldn't have been. 100%.
The
It shouldn't
first
have
one
been
should
a
have been a call, though.
The first one should have been a call.
Okay.
And the second one, and by the way, the rule is that if it even looks like it, you're supposed to throw the flag. You can't tell me you were watching that live and it didn't look at least like it was rough.
I wasn't watching it.
It looked rough.
The first one,
In live play, it looked rough.
Yeah.
the first one, if you didn't see it,
Oh, the first one was definitely a flag.
no,
Right.
it wasn't though.
No, it was.
And in
On one of them, they didn't throw a flag. Everybody just assumed that they threw a flag.
yeah,
The first one.
Not
first
both
one.
plays were flags.
no, he's talking about
No,
the,
bro. When
the
he got
floppy
hit
one.
to the
That
no,
one
not
they
no, not the one who got pushed out of bounds. No, I'm not talking
One of
about.
them wasn't a flag. They thought it was a flag.
Yeah, the one who got pushed out of
didn't
bounds.
talk about.
One of them wasn't an actual flag. Either the one where they collided or the hit in the pocket. One of them, a flag wasn't actually thrown.
Both of them were.
100%.
Yeah.
So it was the flop that they threw.
flop
flag.
Yeah.
One flop, and Patty already came out. He's like, I shouldn't have done that because like that's what.
Why?
I
He should do exactly that.
So here's the thing.
No, he should do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He should do that.
here's the thing. Do the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes get more calls? In particular, Patrick Mahomes, does he get more calls? I'm more willing to bet that, yeah, he does probably. But now it's come to a point where what we're getting is we're getting a Chiefs overload, right? We're getting like a Chiefs overload that every fucking year we're seeing the Chiefs wear in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and the AFC Championship. And people have to, it's just hard to imagine, oh my God, it can't just be that they're like this good of a team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't sit here and say that the sport is rigged, bro. That I can't go that far. Are some of these calls bad? Absolutely. But now it's like every call is under a microscope, though. Like every call is under a microscope, and it sucks. But I understand why people do it, bro. I understand why people do it because people need to find something to be like, this is why. Heady hit it on the right in the nose, bro. In a close game, bro. There's one guy that we want, and it's Patrick Mahomes. Just like back in the day, we wanted Tom Brady, bro. It's just how it is, and his time will be done too, bro. I promise you. He'll go a couple years without winning,
Yeah.
and somebody else will get in there. But to say here that it's rigged, it's
I'm not saying
lazy.
it's rigged. No, man. There's no such thing as rigged. But some of these calls are really, really bad.
Tom got the same shit, bro.
But Sway, do you realize? But wallah, I'm not even. Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Okay.
Do you realize like there are times that you could go back into Tom Brady, like the tuck rule?
Okay.
Like there are times where like you could be like, oh yeah, that's why he won 7. Like bro, they're like, time is a bitch and it moves really
Yeah,
fast.
I get that time is a big problem. Like the game that they used to play back. Akeem, there's videos. I showed you guys the
Bro,
video.
Tom Brady has the
I showed.
rule.
He has
Tom
the
Brady
rule.
started the
tuck-
rule.
The tuck rule is for the fumble. I'm not talking
No,
about
the hit under the NFL created not tackling at the knees
Okay.
because of Tom Brady.
okay.
Like you got to protect your asset.
I understand that. I understand. But some of these calls, like, we're not just talking about roughing the passer, brother. That's not what we're specifically on. We're talking about all calls in general for the Chiefs.
I see, like everybody goes back to that Eagles one. That was pass interference.
Okay, how about the Bengals one?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who's rigging it? Who's
The
deciding?
owners own the league.
I'm not saying it's rigged, boss.
No, but like,
I'm
what are you
not
saying they're
it's
doing?
rigged.
Do you
I'm
think
just
that-
saying
One
that,
second.
like,
One second. Let me
some
ask you,
of these
please. One
calls,
second.
like,
Please, 1 second.
some of these calls, like,
So
they're
who
not-
do you think is doing?
The refs,
Why?
because they want to see him win.
Who's they?
Oh, man.
Just 1 second.
Wade.
Just 1 second. Who's they?
Bro, I don't know the exact answer.
Who's they? But like, who wants them to win? Who's they?
I mean, bro, like you said, he's the face of the NFL,
Okay.
and they want to like keep on pushing.
Who's
him on
they?
top. Like the fans. What
do the fans have? The fans aren't making calls.
The NFL.
Who's the NFL?
I don't know. What do you mean? Who's the NFL?
You know who runs the NFL? 32 owners run the
Okay.
NFL. So you think the Texans owner is saying there, hey man, you got to give Pat that call because we need. He's the face of the league.
No, man. No, of course not.
So
Bro.
that's the only thing that could happen.
Why?
How else is who's the NFL? When people say that, people say this thing like, oh, the league wants him. Who's the league? The league is the 32 owners. Who's the league?
Yeah, like they run the league.
It's the committee. It's the 32
I
owners.
understand they run the. Bro,
When you say the league, when somebody says the league, that means the 32 owners.
Okay.
So the 32 owners want to see Pat win.
okay. No.
So
of
you
course
put a
not.
So who's the
percentage.
league?
So put a percentage on what you
Bro,
think.
we've talked about this like multiple episodes. Bro, the
Yes,
calls
there's
are bad.
questionable calls.
Yeah.
1,000%.
That's all I'm talking about.
I understand that, but I also believe that.
Yeah, but
when
I never said it. They're rigged.
But when it's all, I also believe when you're great,
Yeah.
those things are more scrutinized. And shit runs like wildfire on social media, bro. They take a video. I promise you, I swear to God, I can probably come up with the same compilation of Josh Allen with the same shit, bro. With Lamar.
Depends on what
with
algorithm
Tom,
you're get, bro. You could get
You
there
can
on-
get it, bro.
So,
I
understand.
promise
Can I
you
ask
can
you
put
a
it
question?
together, bro. I promise you.
But
we
like,
can.
bro, if I got it and we're talking about it on the pod, man, it's a
would be
big
There's
There's
been
thing.
about Tom.
questionable calls, but it's human error. These are
I
human
understand,
beings
bro.
making
I
calls,
understand.
bro.
Not to gang up on you, I promise you.
No,
So let's say we
bro,
don't let, no.
no.
I mean, because like you're the, I don't even think at this point like we should. This is where I'll draw the line on this. How much of the success of Patrick Mahomes do you give to the refs?
in his career?
Like, do you think that Patrick
No, man,
Mahomes
I'm
isn't
not
Patrick
gonna
Mahomes
do that.
without the
No,
ref?
of course not, man. Of course not.
And
But
that's
Hakeem-
all. Like, it's.
I'll never say that, bro. That's not fair at all. But
What about
like,
this year?
No, this year was like pretty bad. I'm not gonna say it's all on the refs. No,
Yeah.
of course not, man. But like,
No, I knew-
that's
I know
not
you
fair
were.
at all. That's not. I'll be a fucking hypocrite. No,
Yeah.
of course not. But some of these calls are fucking bad. They're really, really, bro. We watched so many calls.
I know, but every
So
time
many
somebody
plays.
talks about a call,
Yes,
it's like what call do you remember this year that was terrible? Like which one?
Which one was like?
Like which one was like egregious? You're like, how'd they make that call?
one was the pass interference in the against the Bengals.
I could see that. What else?
There was another pass interference call. I can't.
Everybody brings up the Raiders one.
I can't really remember.
The Raiders one, everybody brings that up.
No, but the Raiders was
Was wrong.
no, was it?
It was a good rule. It was a flag.
Yeah, no, that was.
It was called exactly how it's supposed to be
that was-
called.
it was a legal
I also
motion.
would have said.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
No,
don't remember.
remember when they kicked the field goal? Remember when the Raiders were like in field goal range and they snapped the ball and it was a flag and then they fumbled it? Everybody was like, it was a
Yes.
false start. No, it was an illegal motion. You play the play.
Yeah, you
turn the
continue to
ball
play,
over.
But was it a false start though?
No, the refs called it an illegal motion.
So the play goes on.
The play goes on. Everybody on the internet, how did the Chiefs get the ball in a false start?
The plays goes on, not all the time though.
No, absolutely no.
Not all
goes
the
on.
time.
No. Illegal motion.
It's
They
either
don't shut
false start or illegal motion.
No, they don't.
False start, they don't
play
allow
always
the
keeps on
play
going
to
on
keep
illegal
going.
motion.
We've had some plays where it was an illegal motion. How many times we watch the games and you say, "Oh, that's an illegal
Yeah,
motion"?
the play keeps on going. Yeah,
He says illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield.
Yeah,
is when they keep on going.
yeah.
Illegal motion. They stopped them.
No, they don't. What are you
that's false
talking
start,
about,
brother.
brother? False start's the only
False
the
start,
only-
you'll see them after they snap the ball. They'll throw the flag and stop the
illegal
play.
motion
Because
is
false
how many
start.
times do I sit there and I see a flag? Oh, that was an illegal motion because the guy just what you call it? Just what was it last year? Remember when
We always
Kelsey-
say, is it holding? No, it could be illegal motion. It could be
the
something.
only play that is dead at the beginning of the play is
False
when
start.
it's a false start, or if there was a
Neutral zone infraction.
a neutral-
Yeah,
and
but not all the time that it's dead. On
it
false start.
always
Always
is
automatically
dead. The
dead. It's
false
a dead
start
play.
is always dead. When does a play ever go?
That's like
and
neutral
they
zone
get a
infraction. It's
touchdown?
dead automatically. On the spot, it's dead.
Sweet, what are you talking about? Are you tripping?
No, I'm not, I don't know if I'm tripping or not. But
false start?
I've seen plays where like, oh, what's this play? And it's,
That's a false start.
Yeah,
No,
because
false start won't be dead.
nobody heard the nobody heard the whistle, and they kept.
But you'll hear them
Yeah,
snap
no.
and throwing the
I
flags.
may
It's
be
trying to
tripping.
kill it.
But here's the point, though.
Yeah.
Like here's the point, though. Like this is the great example of it. It was a perfectly great rule that got called because it was the Chiefs. Everybody
Jumped
wanted
on
to
it, 100%.
What the problem is they're bad calls. There's absolutely bad calls. But every time there's a flag thrown now, it's Microsoft. Like they're looking into every little small call to try to find it. Yeah, bro, you look into every call.
Now, the one annoying thing about Pat is he does play for flags. That's annoying. And if you deny that, you just don't know football.
That's nasty.
It's annoying.
I don't like it.
It's smart.
but it's smart.
A-Rod is the greatest.
It's smart.
Out of
Yeah.
12 men
It's
on the
nasty.
field, caller
It's
of all time.
disgusting.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's intelligence,
Yes.
but it's ugly too at the
course.
same time.
But even but I'm not gonna lie to you, even the flopping, I didn't like that. I swear.
Yeah, I don't mind the flopping.
I keep every play.
I,
every
no,
play.
no, no.
don't
Like
play
it was it was nobody touched them.
I don't mind the flopping,
The thing
to be
is,
honest
in
with
football, you're not supposed to flop. Like,
No, I
football is-
understand.
No, like they
I get
flop. I didn't like it. I don't want my, I don't
get
know.
it.
I didn't kind of.
If you don't like it, I get it. I
Yeah.
don't mind it personally.
Yeah.
But to each his own. But like, I understand if you don't like it. Yeah, it's not
But
something to like.
To me, I like that I at least like that you respect that you don't use it as a way to determine somebody's success.
That's just stupid.
Motherfuckers
man.
about to run
That's
off
just
4 and 5
dumb. You
years.
get what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, I'm not that.
like you know what's funny? I guarantee you
Hate the motherfucker.
the
but it's not that
NFL.
much.
But the one thing I do want you to start seeing a little bit
Yes.
is I want you to start seeing the Chiefs and the Patriots
Don't take it
as exact mirrors.
Don't take it as
I want you to start
don't
seeing
take it as
brother.
Tom versus
Promise
don't take
you.
it as Tom versus Petty.
Because, hey, bro, so newsflash, most, like, when I was growing up, most people didn't fuck with Tom. They didn't like Tom.
I hated it.
They always made excuses for it.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, they
get
always
it.
made excuses why Tom isn't actually great. He got this great
yeah.
system. He playing with his great coach.
I get it.
The refs give him everything. Spygate, Deflategate. Remember, we heard it all, bro. But, like, it's
get it.
fucking 7. Look at me. He has 7.
Yeah.
Take away 2 for cheating. He has fucking 7.
You could say there's no. look, you know
Although
what?
that
Hey,
one
guess what?
year-
He was good enough to cheat.
But that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
if you're
bro.
not
One
cheating, you
year
ain't
when it
trying.
was alleged
But that's
caught
what I'm
cheating,
saying, bro.
Well, no,
but that's
They
what I'm,
lost in the Super Bowl.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And bro, okay, you'd be surprised if the Chiefs lost to the Eagles this year in the Super Bowl? I wouldn't be surprised.
I won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
What?
not. I'm not completely bought. that
Perfect
they're-
team, by the way, to play against the Chiefs in the
I'm
Super
not
Bowl.
gonna lie to you. I'm not perfectly bought that they're gonna beat the Bills this weekend.
Nah, they're beating the Bills.
Okay. Okay.
They're beating the Bills.
It's
Is
so-
it going to be a close game?
I don't know. Like real talk.
They're gonna blow out the Chiefs in
no,
Arrowhead.
not blow up, but like
Oh, then if it's a close game,
yeah,
it's cooked.
I don't know,
It's the
but
Chiefs.
it was this has hit my head, man. Just about the Tom Brady and the Patrick Mahomes thing. I think that they're the only two quarterbacks in the history of the game that are scheme proof, that are team proof. Like, and well, let me tell you what I mean by that. Think about like in the short career of Patrick Mahomes. First, they gave him this juggernaut offense.
We've seen them win multiple ways.
And then you're like, we're going to give you this great offense and play with the shitty defense someone won. He won it that way. And they were like, you know what? Tyreek has to leave. We want to pay him. We'll give you this really good defense. I need you to manage that offense as great as you want. We need you to have this guy as your first wide receiver. That guy's your first wide receiver. We need you to get Kelsey there, and you and Kelsey will do it. And I seen it with Tom. Tom, I'm gonna give you this 5'7" slot wide receiver. I need you to take him to the Super Bowl.
Wes
and win.
Welker.
Here's Randy. Here's Aaron. Here's Gronk. You know what? This year we're gonna give you fucking Hogan. Chris Hogan is your best wide receiver.
Tom a little bit more than Pat though.
Because we've seen it for 20 years. What I'm trying to
What do you
say,
mean? Tom was a little more with that.
like we've seen it
Like
for
Tom is more scheme proof than Pat.
Yeah.
Well, not only the 20 years, but he was playing with a defensive minded head coach for 20
yeah.
years.
And what I'm
Other
trying to
guys
say is
playing
those are
with
the
an
only
offensive
two
minded
guys that like it's just like scheme proof.
Now listen, we're not gonna sit here up here on the spot and make it seem like Pat is carrying this franchise to 4 Super Bowls.
No.
It's a great
Hetty, you
fucking
don't win Super-
roster.
Hetty,
It's
you
a
don't-
great coach team.
Hetty.
They're one of the least penalized teams because they're very well coached. They're very disciplined. It's a team full of veterans.
Yes.
Like
But
you
Hetty,
understand what I'm saying?
But Hetty, you said it the other day in the basement.
Right.
Teams don't win Super Bowl unless they're good, bro.
Can't.
You can't.
You have to be great on a great team. That's how it has to be.
But
There's
what
no
I
other
will
way.
say about the Tom Brady and the Chiefs team is some of those teams were a lot less talented than the teams that they were going up against inside the Super Bowl.
We thought they were less talented, but they all had like if we lined up like Tom's Hall of Fame teammates, you'd be surprised. You'd be like,
No. I'm talking about like in certain Super Bowls, like
They played their role.
like the Eagles were more talented than the Chiefs. When the Patriots played the Falcons
The
that year,
Eagles?
The Falcons.
Wasn't that the Tyreek Chiefs?
no,
It was just
that
Travis.
was the Juju and Travis Kelsey, right? Well, like when they had AJ, Devontae, and their defense was like just as good as it was now, or like against the Falcons when they had Devontae Freeman in the back and they had Julio Jones and they had one of the best offensive lines. They had a really good defense. Like,
Yeah.
you could point and be like, no, that team is better.
Offensively, they had more weapons.
And defensive.
But like just in
No,
general,
but defensively, like that's what I'm saying. Like if we lined up Tom's, I'm not trying to shit on your point. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just trying to add context
Yeah.
to it. That like, no, there's more Hall of Famers on that Patriots team than there is on that Falcons team.
No,
Is what
of
I'm
course.
trying to
No,
say.
no, of
Like,
course.
you know
I
what
know
mean?
what you're saying.
There's guys that are on, that play left tackle and right tackle and
course.
linebackers that
Guys
you don't
that-
remember
guys
the
that
name
don't-
of,
guys
but,
that don't
but
get
they're
the
Hall first
recognition.
name.
Yeah.
There's first ballot Hall of
100%.
Famers. You know what I mean?
So walking away from these playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to put together I wanted to tell you guys what my QB tiers are, and I wanted
Okay.
you guys to react to them. Right?
I thought we were ranking them after the playoffs. What happened?
We're gonna
boss?
rank them a million times, over and over again.
Right.
But I wanted to rank them real quickly as far as like my QB tiers, real quickly, and I think this might get a little bit of stir, but I really don't give a fuck because it's my tiers. All right. So my quarterback tiers, I want to start off with the elite tier. No matter what team they have around them, you have a chance at winning a Super Bowl every year, or at least getting to a championship game. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow, and I will put Stafford in there. I think that Stafford, whenever you have a team, you have a good chance to get into the NFC Championship or an AFC Championship. That one, he's probably the least one on there, but I put Stafford in there. Trying to get into that elite tier.
Tier 2.
Like, we don't know yet, like, whether they're elite or not. I got Jayden Daniels on there because I want to see it for another year. Justin Herbert, so we got to figure out if he's that elite tier or not, or is he maybe a game manager. Stroud, because, listen, the guy wins playoff games. He just does, and he's only been in the league for 2 years.
Very talented.
And I'm going to put Love in there, too. Love's very talented. I've seen him win some playoff games maybe he shouldn't have. Because I can't put him inside a game manager, right, position. Now, this tier right here you can win a lot of games with these quarterbacks. They're some of the best game managers in the league. But if you go against one of these elite guys, you're probably going to lose. So I have Tua. I have Hurts in there. I still have A-Rod in there. I have Dak. I got Goff. I got Darnold, and I got Baker Mayfield. Really, really great game managers. You could win a lot of games with them, but if you come up against one of those really good players against them,
Who was in your tier 3?
not my tier 3, the really, really good
Who
game
was in your
managers.
T3?
That's tier 3.
I had Tua. I had
okay.
I had
Okay.
Hurts, A-Rod, Dak, Goff, Darnold and Baker. Now, two guys that could fall out really quickly.
You had Love in tier 2?
I have Love and where I don't know where to put him yet. I have trying to earn the elite status. Because by next year,
So that's actually tier 3, and then there's tier 4.
because I can actually, by the end of next year, maybe Justin Herbert and Love could be in my really, really
So
good
that's
game
actually your tier 3. And then tier 4 are the guys you just listed off. Basically.
Still undecided on, who I don't really know yet because they're really, really young. You have Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, Caleb, Bryce Young, and Kyler. And then I have my bridge starters, like great backup.
I'm about to say.
I have Russ and Justin Fields. I have Derek Carr. I got Geno, and I got Kirko.
Yeah, I like it.
You guys disagree with anything?
Yes.
Which ones?
Tier.
I didn't do tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Listen, I don't want to get super disrespectful on this podcast. I really, really don't.
But you are.
But I am.
Yeah, cool.
Stafford?
Gotcha.
Yeah, like man, at this point, it's done, bro. It's cooked. It's done. Come on, guys, come on,
Yeah.
bro. Guys,
I
come on.
mean, no.
He won a
yeah.
Super Bowl. Good job. He's great. Was great. He was really good for a
Where am I
long
supposed to put him
time. He's in that love range. He's in that love.
So trying to become elite?
Yeah, bro. At this
bro,
point,
like,
no.
like
Come on, guys.
Those kind of players. They get,
Guys, come on, bro.
like,
But
they
where am
were-
I supposed to
they
put
were
them,
good. They were good, but age got to them. That's it.
That's what, but like that. But we're tiering them based on how good they are, not
I
based
mean,
on
like,
age.
hey, but
you know what I
real
mean?
talk, the motherfucker was like one throw away.
Man, real talk, he's always one throw away, bro. And he has rosters. It's not
So-
like
so
we
is
can't
Ba-
give him the excuse of he has nothing, bro.
Don't compare
He
Baker.
has some of the best
Don't
defenders
compare
in the
Baker
league on
and
his team,
Stafford,
but some of
brother.
the best young defensive players on his team, bro. And he's played with one of the best defensive players ever. And they gave him 2 elite wide receivers and an elite run game. And
One
the
elite-
furthest he goes
one
is
elite wide
and the
receiver.
furthest he goes is a first
One
round,
elite
bro.
weapon.
Cooper Cup is no longer. It's
And,
just it's a name.
Okay, man, but
No,
okay.
serious, guys.
No
I mean-
problem. But Kyron Williams is Mr. 100 yards and a touchdown a game, brother.
Guys, I mean,
Hey, you
listen.
know what I'm saying? But like,
Hey, Jared
okay,
Verse
he
is
played
no
the
joke
Eagles,
too,
right? Was it
brother.
a close game?
Yeah, came down to the
what
last
happened?
throw.
How well did he play?
I saw Stafford played really well.
You saw Stafford play really well against
He,
the Eagles.
he
in the
played
second
better
half?
than fucking Hurts.
He played like shit.
No, he did not
He
play
played
less.
like shit, brother.
No,
He
no.
played like shit, brother.
I mean, listen, guys. They went.
We always give him credit for
They went
almost
on a-
beating,
they went
almost
on a-
winning the first round. Come on, stop. No. I'm not doing this with Stafford, bro. Baker had
with
better
you.
numbers all across the fucking board this year, bro.
And you're
I'm
absolutely
not having
crazy
this.
if you think that Baker's better than
I'm
Stafford.
not saying
right now.
Baker's better than Stafford. I think they're on the same tier.
Why not?
I think they're on the same tier. Like, I don't think your team at this point. Now, 3 years ago, look at me.
Brother,
I didn't know where to put
3
him.
years ago.
I didn't know where
yes.
to put him.
But
I
guys,
didn't-
come on.
3 years ago. Talking about right now. Why is it Baker?
Like, he was
better
a
than Baker?
straight game manager this year. Can we at least be fair
No,
and
that's
add some
fine.
context?
That's fine.
Was he not a straight game manager this year for a majority of the year, brother?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't know
guys.
where to put him. I
The
thought it was
arm
just,
angles are very sexy, but
I
like,
just,
you know what
I
mean?
didn't.
Like,
I
okay.
felt kind of disrespectful putting him in a really good game manager.
Why, man? He's 36.
I felt kind of disrespectful doing it.
He's 36 years old, 37 years old, bro. That's where they belong.
And man, I hate doing this.
Uh-huh.
At his peak,
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield can't sniff Stafford's jockstrap. At Stafford's peak.
Nobody said,
I mean,
but we're
nobody
not
said
comparing
anything.
peaks.
I'm
Stafford to
just-
this.
no, I'm
Baker.
saying at both their peaks.
Hakeem, one guy's 36, one
No,
guy's
no,
29.
I'm just saying,
Boss,
like,
what are you,
Yeah.
let's not do that, bro.
You're doing something nobody's doing.
Yeah, well, who's
You're
comparing?
making a point that nobody's trying to make.
Well,
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say.
Yeah, okay. I mean, well,
Yeah.
But we also put Stafford sometimes on a level that, like, Stafford's never been.
He won a championship,
Arguably
bro.
never been a top 5 quarterback in the league.
He won a
Arguably.
championship, bro.
He's arguably never been a top 5.
Won a
quarterback in the
championship.
league.
no.
Don't tell me no. He's arguably never been a top 5 quarterback in the league, brother.
He's been a top 5.
He hasn't been top 5 for 5 years.
Yeah, he's 36.
But he was 31 5 years ago.
Won a championship.
5 years ago was.
The year he won the championship, you could argue he wasn't a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Won a
Yeah, he
championship,
was.
bro.
You can argue he wasn't. 5 years ago, Joe Burrow was in the league. Josh was still in the league. Lamar was still in the league.
That's
Patrick
when they-
Mahomes
that's
was
when
still
they
in the
got to
league.
That's when
Tom
they
Brady
got
was
to
still in the league.
That's when they
He
got
beat
to
them
the
all. he beat like 3 of
No,
those.
he
guys.
plays in the NFC. He
He
doesn't play in the
beat
NFC.
Tom Brady that year. He
That's
beat
it.
Burrow.
No, man.
Oh, yeah, he did beat Burrow in the Super Bowl.
He
Yeah.
beat Tom.
But that doesn't mean anything.
No,
to me.
but what I'm trying to say is
That
like,
doesn't mean
guys,
anything to me.
Like,
He barely beat
hey,
Tom.
the one
Doesn't mean
time that like Stafford was in his prime and they gave him a team, he won a
He
championship.
didn't give him a team. They gave him a fucking roster.
He won a
They gave him a
championship, bro.
roster.
Come on.
Hakeem, stop,
Stafford's
man.
like
I saw
great.
Jared fucking Goff take him to the Super Bowl. That same fucking team, man. Stop, bro.
The same
Stop
team?
it.
Hey. No, man. Heady, come
Guys,
on, Heady.
listen.
No, I'm talking about the Rams team. He went to the Super Bowl with them. Did he not go to the Super Bowl?
No,
What
he
are you
did.
looking at me like that
No,
for, bro?
Golf went 8-8 2 straight years, and then Stafford took him to the championship the first year that he got there.
Goff was in the Super Bowl with that same team, brother. With the Rams team.
You know how many
was
there
in
was
the
a
Super
gap
Bowl.
between those
Like 3
bro.
years.
Yeah, bro, it wasn't the same team.
Aaron Donald wasn't on that team anymore?
No, but what I'm trying to say is
Aaron
like
Donald wasn't on that team
Jared
anymore?
Goff went 8-8, like 7-9 in one year, and then
So who was he thrown to that year, Stafford?
Cooper Kupp.
Triple Crown? Who's on defense on that team? Okay, guys, Matthew Stafford carried the Rams to that Super Bowl. He carried
No,
them.
bro, he
It was a
didn't.
shit roster. He got
No,
him there. He
he
carried
didn't.
them there.
He didn't
Come
carry
on.
him, bro.
And even if he did, so what?
No, what I'm
It was
what I'm-
that was 4 years, 5
what I'm
years ago
trying to
now,
say
brother.
is, listen,
we're tearing them now.
in the last 10 years.
No, we're tearing them now. I'm not gonna let you do that. We're tearing them now. That doesn't matter.
Get back
I
to
don't
my
care.
I wanted to get my point before you jump on it. In the last 10 years, there's only been a few other people outside of Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady to win a championship, and he's one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I
man?
know, and he also played on one of the most loaded rosters ever too. Let's keep it a buck.
Who was on that roster?
Keep it a bean.
Who was on that roster?
I don't know. You tell me.
No. You tell me. If it was
Cooper
that
Kupp
loaded.
and Aaron Donald.
Okay, you name me 2 fucking players.
Here, let's see. Let's
No.
pull up,
If you have
let's
to
pull up a list.
like to say
Let's
loaded
pull up
and
a
then
list.
not know all the players' names.
No, you know my,
get
you
what I'm
know
saying?
my
No,
football.
No,
you know
like-
my football
No, Eddie.
knowledge isn't that hot.
No, Hetty, like I'm
you know
just
it's not
dead
that
ass,
hot.
though.
Let's pull it up.
They
Let's
had
see.
Odell on that team
Let's see.
too.
Oh, did they? Wow.
Yeah.
So,
And now
what year did they win? 2020 or
I don't
2021?
remember. I was thinking it was like 2021 or
With the
2022.
Rams?
Yeah.
2021.
21.
He had a good team. He had Jalen Ramsey. They had A-Rod. They had. Well, come on, bro. Like,
No, brother, that was 2022. Sorry.
What was it?
2022, yeah. The year we came back
We're
from
looking
Cancun.
this up. Don't even.
I don't remember
Don't
that
even
year, but
try.
I know that. I know the names.
We're looking it up.
They were good.
They had Deshaun Jackson on that team. What in the fuck? They had Deshaun Jackson on that team.
No, not that one. There's no way. The year that it was. When did we go to Cancun the first time?
2020. First time was 2020.
Yeah, that's when
No,
that's when
man.
it was.
No.
Oh, second time. I
Second time,
apologize.
man.
Second time. When did we go to Cancun the second time?
2022.
2022.
Yes.
There wasn't a gap between my golf, by the way. It was 1 year gap between the Super Bowls.
What do you mean there was a 1 year?
Oh no, it's 2 years. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it wrong. My apologies. This guy Stafford is 37, bro.
Old as fuck.
Jesus.
I knew that
broski.
one was gonna start with a little stir, but I love it.
Bro, what year did these guys win? What year was it?
2022. Chiefs.
No, it wasn't 2022. They were 5-12, brother.
What do you guys? Let's go to the Bengals and Rams Super Bowl. Bengals and Rams. Super Bowl.
2022.
2022. So the
2022.
2021 year.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
2021 Rams.
Holy hell, he had 3 touchdowns and 2 picks in that game. Yeah.
Cam Akers, Odell Beckham,
Deshaun Jackson was definitely on that team.
Deshaun Jackson.
No, he was not. He didn't log a stat in that game, brother.
He played 7 games.
I mean, they must have cut his ass because he wasn't. He didn't play in the
Anyways.
Super Bowl. I mean, listen,
Anyways,
Well, so now, come on, guys. Come
he
on.
won a championship, bro.
Come on, bro.
Come on,
Come on, guys.
give him some credit.
Von Miller was on that team.
I would tell you something right now.
He played with a defense with Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey.
Dude, 3 touchdowns that game, bro.
The Odell Beckham Jr. and Cooper Kupp.
Dude, 3 touchdowns.
Come on,
3 touchdowns, bro.
Hey, please don't tell me he was on this team. He better not be on this. No, he's not.
Who? You could just ask me.
No, it was way too much after. I was gonna say Todd Gurley on this team would have been
No,
ugly.
that was
Would have been
that was
filthy.
Jared Goff's best friend.
It would have been filthy.
All right, boys.
Yeah, but this is a loaded roster. Hakeem. Jesus, bro. What are you talking about?
You need it, bro, to win. He needed it to beat
There's
Tom.
different ways to win, brother.
He needed it to beat Tom. That was the only way they were gonna get through Tom.
Listen, I love Stafford, but come
that
on.
was the Tampa Tom.
Yeah, remember they
blew
almost
that-
came back and won
Oh
that game
my
too.
God.
It was like 21-3 or some point.
I remember that game. Hold on.
It was yeah.
How sure are you
was-
about this lay?
I was watching this highlight.
How sure are you about this lay?
Really sure.
Boys, we got 2 Basement Boys games of the week left this year.
Wow.
2 of them. Let's go over the records.
Go over it.
Wow, you fell under 500.
It's okay.
We all took the Ravens last week.
We sure did.
No, nobody took the Bills last week. And
Balea.
we played with fucking love. We played with fucking love last week. You're 9-10.
Okay.
It's still great from where you started. I am 10-9. Oh my god, bro.
Okay.
Hattie is 11-8. So this is gonna go down to the. What's the tiebreaker gonna be? Strength of schedule against conference.
How about we fist fight for it?
Okay, no, we're not gonna do that. You're 11-9. Our game of the week obviously is gonna be the Bills at the Chiefs this year. Or this game, it's gonna be the Bills.
The
at the
tiebreaker
Chiefs.
will be whoever's taller.
Who you got?
Bills.
I like it. I like
Chiefs.
it. I like it.
Chiefs.
I'm going with the Chiefs for one reason, and one reason I don't have any analysis for it. I don't have any this is why.
Pat is better than Josh.
I won't even go that far. I would feel very dumb to come next week and if the Chiefs lost, say I bet against them.
Yeah.
I told him in the car before we got here, I think we're going to find out who's going to win that game very easily. Whoever scores first. I know that's stupid. I know, what do you mean? Whoever scores first.
In the car, I didn't disagree with you, but that only fits on Josh and the Bills because they're built for it. Yeah, man, 100%.
Because the Chiefs aren't built to play from behind.
You know when I heard that? I heard that last year until they came back in the Super Bowl and won. And the year before that, when he was down to the Eagles, and they came back in the Super Bowl and won.
And against the Niners.
It's now I gotta be the Pat guy in the pod now. No, I have to be the Pat guy.
I'm the Pat guy.
Come on, Hakeem.
I'm the Pat guy. I'm just telling you. That's my analysis of the game.
So you don't
I'm actually disappointed in you.
Guys, come on. He's sitting up here and telling me this fraudulent fucking Bills team that he went on a rant about how fraudulent they are. And they're gonna be.
No, I wasn't wrong.
Guys,
the
Chiefs are 15-2. They're 15-2.
Hetty,
you know what I mean?
I mean, Hetty.
They're 15 in the middle of a dynasty.
Hetty.
They're in the middle of a dynasty.
I know that. But
Hakeem, they're in the middle of a dynasty.
Hetty, I know.
They're in the middle of a
Every dynasty. I picked the Chiefs.
Okay.
But
you're saying, it's because lucky.
I'm gonna be really honest with you.
Josh is gonna
stop. I'm gonna be completely honest.
They're gonna fuck them.
I'm gonna be.
Look at me in the eyes. They're gonna fuck them.
You're hoping they do.
They're gonna fuck them. Why am I hoping? No, I would love for Josh to be pit.
What I'm trying to say is,
would you?
Wahyat Allah I would.
Wahyat
Allah I would. But if Pat beats Josh, I wouldn't mind it. I don't have a dog in this race anymore. I just don't want the Eagles to win a Super Bowl. That's all I don't want. That's it.
I have a dog. The AFC. I don't give a fuck who wins it. It can't be the.
Jayden, why not Jayden?
No, I'm a Cowboys.
He's a Cowboys.
When was Cowboys?
That's
No,
the
bro,
same
no,
division, bro.
No, would you want the fucking Bills to win it if you were still Patriots
If
fan?
the Chiefs,
Would you want Green Bay to win the championship as a Lions fan?
Of course not.
Or do you want the Vikings or the Bears to win it? Hell no. I don't want neither of those teams. I want us to all suck forever. So that way
I don't hate any of the other NFC North
I
teams.
hate the Eagles. I would be a lot
Maybe I'm
more
weird
okay
like that,
with the
but-
Commanders winning it if that was the case.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying I wouldn't. This is my point. I'm picking the Chiefs. I wouldn't be completely shocked if we came back. I'm not going to be like, oh, if the Bills beat the Chiefs. That's just me. I'm just being completely honest with you.
What's your point?
My point is you're saying they're going to cock them. They're not going to cock them. I promise you, they're not.
Hakeem.
We said it about the.
Hakeem, come on, stop.
What?
What kind of fucking lazy ass analysis this is on the fucking pod? We're on the podcast. This is our episode
What
number.
are you talking
This is the
about?
Mark. Hey,
I'm staying
Hey,
quiet.
this is the Marcus.
You're trying to make your way up.
This is the Marcus Gamby episode. What are we doing?
I'm staying quiet.
This is
so-
the Marcus Gamby episode. What are we doing now? After 30 episodes, you're gonna sit here and play jolly old me. I wouldn't be
you know what?
shocked
He's right.
if they beat up. And what the fuck would you be shocked about? Nothing could happen in this playoffs that could shock me.
After what we've seen.
Who's gonna fucking win?
Okay, whoa.
Not gonna shock me.
Wait.
Who's gonna fucking win?
Hey, you motherfuckers.
Who's winning?
I can't win.
Fucking
if I
guy.
just say Chiefs.
He's gonna cock him. Go on.
And then if I try to be,
Honestly?
You see what I'm saying, Ali? You know where I'm coming from, bro?
Like you went all year,
Come on, bro.
and
No, brother. I
Boss
said,
man,
what was
well
I saying
done.
before? I was saying I think the Ravens are going to go to the
My boy.
championship. I'm like,
No, I know, but
Brother.
this is why. See, I'm not a Pat fan. They piss me
he
off.
makes-
They piss
exactly.
me
You know
off.
what? You're
It's
right.
Patrick fucking
Yo,
Mahomes.
you had topics this year on the podcast that had nothing to do with Patty Mahomes. You pulled a Chris
Patrick
Collinsworth.
Mahomes.
Listen, I love you a lot, but stick with it. You know what I mean?
I picked the
Have the
Chiefs.
courage of your
I'm just
conviction,
saying-
brother.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't.
Oh my God,
Hey,
okay.
what if he's trying to change? It's okay. Let
No,
him-
what
let
do
him
Change
do
about what?
What is it?
You
Hey,
know-
who says? Oh, who do you think's gonna win? I wouldn't be shocked if the other team won.
You know why? You know why?
Yeah, man. It's a fucking 1.5 point spread. It's
going
not
like this.
shocking either way. But who are
He's
you
going-
picking?
He's going like this. He just doesn't know. That's why,
They're cocking them.
This is what I'm saying.
They're cocking the Bills.
we'll see.
Go.
So
They're
do
cocking
the
them.
spread.
Go,
And
right now.
what
Come
do you, how much do you think the Chiefs are going to win by?
They'll win by a touchdown.
You think they're going to win by a
They're gonna
touchdown?
win by a touchdown.
What do you think the Bills are going to
They
win by?
barely won by a touchdown against the Texans.
What do you? Yeah, different teams though. Believe it or
Josh
not.
Allen should change his name to Josh Mahomes because that's his fucking dad in the playoffs.
What do you
He's-
think? What
they're
do you think
cocking
the
him.
score? What do you think? How many? You
No,
think
I
the
don't want to
Bills
get
are going to win?
disrespectful,
I
Josh.
think
Love
3.
you.
3 points.
You think it's going to be like coming down to the wire?
Probably.
Oh, that's yeah.
If it comes out to the wire, you know who's winning.
Listen, if it comes out and the Bills score and that they hold on to a lead, let's just say like a 6-point lead, 7-point lead throughout the whole game, and the Chiefs come out and score, and Josh has the ball at the end of the game, he's blown 3 times.
You think he's gonna
One of them was the AFC Championship game, and it was 3, not 4. They played 3 times in the playoffs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is their
1000%.
fourth.
He's 0-3.
Yeah, this is their fourth.
Yeah, this is their fourth.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
My bad.
0-3. One of them was the AFC Championship game.
He's still.
One of them was the divisional
I
game.
said I've been
No,
saying
no,
this is his
no,
fourth.
no,
I never
no,
said
no,
this
I'm
was his
trying to
5th
say-
game.
He knows everything. He's praying.
He's
on
listen.
that.
He's
praying on that dog.
This motherfucker about to get a Josh Allen tattoo on his arm. Listen to me, bro.
Hey, this motherfucker knows stats from Josh. Like,
Hey,
I
bro.
swear to God, I would love for Josh.
Hey.
I would love to see Josh get to
no,
a
my
Super Bowl,
boy.
brother.
No, this was all over my feed.
You know what you're gonna hear? You're gonna hear
He's 0-3.
penalty on the Bills. We don't know what it is, but 15 yards.
He's 0-3, and one of them came down. The rule with overtime, it's not like this.
oh,
not.
bro, that game came down to
had
Josh
the ball
won,
last?
and then they gave Patty and Travis and Tyreek 15 seconds. They pull it out there. They
Wasn't
pull-
that rule changed because of a Bills and Chiefs
Yeah,
game?
they're like, they should have
it was
one more
the year
chance.
after.
Yeah, they're like, they should
It
have
was
one
the
more
year
chance.
after, the year before, when Tom, what's called?
All
when
I
they
know
changed it
is-
because, bro, I don't get the ball.
Listen,
And they changed it only in the playoffs, not in the regular season.
listen, I'm so fucking excited for that game.
That is gonna be a great.
I'm
game.
not gonna put a lot of money on it because I just want to enjoy it. Real talk.
because you don't know.
I think the Chiefs are
Because you don't
cruising
know.
to the Super
No,
Bowl.
because
Now, if
I
they were
learned
playing the
my
Ravens, I would have been scared.
No, because I learned.
If they were playing the Ravens, I would have
Well,
been scared.
guess what? They did it.
Right.
They
so-
lost.
Right, but football's a game of matchups.
True.
We know that. Yeah.
you're
So I think they match up very well against the Bills, and I think they're going to beat them by at least a touchdown. And I think that,
We'll see.
again, I don't know how this podcast turned into the way it turned, but
Yeah, well,
yeah, I think the best quarterback in the league and of the last 15 years is on another team.
Oh, I never said differently. Oh, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no.
Hey, 15 is crazy.
10?
The last 8
10 years?
ever since he's been in the league, that's the best QB in the league.
For what's it called? You can go 5.
What?
5, yeah, 2020.
He's been a
His
starter
first
for 8
year
years.
starting, he threw 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards.
Okay, he
His
still
first year starting,
he still
which was
wasn't-
7 years ago.
He still wasn't the best.
Here, he was for 7 years.
Yeah.
For 7 years. You want to get him in the first year? That's fine.
I mean, he's won the most Super Bowl in the last 10 years, but okay. I guess we could do that.
Alrighty, fellas. Time for basketball. We don't got a lot of basketball. I think we got all our energy taken off the
Josh and Lamar.
NFL. We just off air argued about Lamar versus Josh for like 30 minutes. On God, we did. All right, let's get into the NBA. There's something that we did that was really fun a couple weeks ago. It was really fun, and it got a lot of pushback for it about players being in the top 5. So I want to do it again with a couple other players. But I think this is really fun. It might be our thing that we do every week. Who knows, right?
Come with some action, because last time you didn't come with the greatest host ever.
Did we?
Come with some
Are
action.
you sure? Because these guys thought we did.
I mean, Steve Nash, come on, bro.
They weren't just mad about Steve Nash. They're mad about T-Mac too. All right. I'm going to name some NBA players at their primes. You're going to tell me if they would be a top 5 player today in their primes. Melo.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Melo? Okay.
Yeah.
Clyde Drexler.
I don't. That's.
Would he be a top 5 player today?
I'm gonna go and say no.
Because you got to remember, we have.
No.
So you think a guy like Tatum's better than Clyde?
Yeah.
Dirk.
No.
And here's going to be the one. Would Dirk in his prime be a top 5 player in today's game? So you would ask, is he better than Shai? Is he better than Tatum?
No.
Come back to that one. Leave that one for less. Come back to that one.
John Stockton?
No.
No.
No. Don't come out here and tell me he's fucking Steph Curry, guys. Please don't do it. Paul Pierce.
No.
I love Paul Pierce, but no.
No.
D Rose.
We were talking about MVP year, D Rose.
Prime, whatever you think his prime is. Is he a top 5 player in today's game?
Hey, that's a good one.
So is he better than Shai?
Is he? Yeah, exactly.
Because you have to kick out Shai or you have to kick out Tatum. D Rose, would he be a top
In
5
his absolute prime.
in his absolute prime?
Yeah.
Who are you kicking out?
Tatum.
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Tatum.
Who I'm
Yeah.
kicking out? Anybody not named Luca, not named Luca, Giannis, and Joker.
Oh, so the other 2 are expendable in that one? All right, I'm going to come back to this one. Dirk Nowitzki. Would Dirk be a top 5 player at his prime if you place
He'd
him
be
in
number 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him at 5.
So you think Tatum was better than Dirk?
Yeah.
You think Shai's better than Dirk?
Yeah. I do.
Which one do you think people are going to go crazy over the most on this one? If you had to guess.
Probably the
I
Dirk.
mean, you're gonna have the old bozos about John Stockton and them,
You wanna-
and then you're gonna
I'm
have
willing-
Dirk. Dirk
No,
is gonna
no,
be
we're
the
gonna say about
issue.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Dirk.
I'm willing to
No,
bet.
we said Derrick Rose. Yeah,
Yeah.
we said yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
It's gonna be
willing
Dirk.
to bet my left, you know what? That the most comments we're going to get is about John freaking Stockton.
And given half of those comments, none of them watched them.
It's not even just that, bro. Let me tell you. Let me explain
Because if they
something.
said about Steve Nash, isn't
me
Stockton
ex-
like
let me-
isn't Stockton the guy, same guy?
Let me explain something to the general public here,
PSA.
because people think like, oh, these guys don't know what to talk. Anybody can get podcast equipment. We've heard the whole spiel. Okay, so here's the thing, man. The one thing I hate in sports more than anything is nostalgia, because it clouds your judgment, man. Because you start looking at sports in an emotional way, because it reminds you of good memories that you had when
Yeah.
you watched these guys and like the good times that you had. We're all in agreement that players today are better than they used to be. If you look at it through a non-biased lens, and this isn't our era, for somebody to be like, oh, you guys are too young. This isn't even our era, bro. We grew up with the LeBrons and the Kobes of the world, so it was a different era, anyways.
And the Nashes of the world.
And the Nash of the world. This isn't our era. This is these new kids' era. 14, 15-year-olds.
We're 30.
They're better than they used to be. If the league is better than it used to be, and John Stockton was never a top 5 player in his career, how is he top 5 today? If you were in your prime and against your own colleagues you were in top 5, how are you top 5 today? How does that work?
I'm not even going to lie to you, though. I don't even think it's nostalgia, but I'm like 100% willing to guess that like people that, all right, I hate, we're going to keep on doing this about Steve Nash or like John Stockton, right?
Let's stick to John Stockton.
Yeah, like John Stockton, right?
sick of the Steve
If
Nash
somebody could come out here and somebody's going to say, well, John Stockton would be our Luka or our Steph Curry of this generation, right? Because like they did with Steve Nash. You know, Steve Nash and Stockton.
But that's a little more
yeah.
understandable.
My whole point is
man.
my whole point is that I don't think it's nostalgia. I just don't think that they watch these players right now because there's no way that you could come to a conclusion.
You want to know how I know it's nostalgia, though? Because again, when you watched him play, he wasn't top 5 when you watched him play.
Yeah, no, he wasn't though.
So how is he top 5 now?
yeah. Oh, I agree.
I'm just not understanding. Like, okay, in what world is John Stockton a better NBA basketball player than Giannis Antetokounmpo?
And some people just can't accept that the answer is no. It doesn't mean that we're disrespecting
Oh,
him.
I mean, he's an all-time great point guard.
and-
He's an all-time
and
great
it
point
wasn't
guard.
it wasn't a slide that also that there was the worst MVP, but I think people are gonna go.
Yeah, by the way, Steve Nash and John Stockton are all-time great point guards.
Yeah.
That's not like
they're on a
that's
top
not
10 list.
This is not a thing that we're debating
Yeah.
at all. But
I
the
think people are gonna-
issue is nowadays when somebody plays point guard, they're 7 feet tall. And they're averaging a triple-double doing it.
Bro,
I think people are gonna
I don't
get
wanna-
this.
I don't
Hey,
wanna
Dirk
say
though.
this.
Dirk.
Say something disrespectful. Was John Stockton top 5 point guard of all time? Is he in
Arguably yes, arguably no. It depends on who you have in your top 5. So I mean, I'm gonna opt for guys like Isaiah, Magic, and Steph over him.
Okay, then who?
And then after that, you can pick and choose. Like I don't think John Stockton is a better basketball player than Russell Westbrook.
Really?
No. I mean, how?
How could you argue that?
I mean, man, just like the game.
Because they
just-
always go to passing. Okay, that's one facet of basketball that he's better than. Okay, but what about everything else?
Yeah,
though?
true. I mean, but that's what.
You
That's,
understand what I'm saying?
but that's what back in the day. That's what point guard was labeled as. It's not like how
And then it
is.
evolved though.
Oh, brother, that's what they were labeled as because that's all they knew how to
I
do.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
It
That's
evolved.
all they knew how to
No, I
do.
get it. No, I
But
completely
nowadays,
agree with
Trae
you.
Young could average 12 assists a game, but he could also score 28.
Which is he's doing.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm.
If we saw them on a basketball
preaching to the choir.
court tomorrow, and you saw Steve Nash and you saw Trae Young, I promise you, if we didn't know any of their names and we didn't know what we were looking at, there's no way you walk away thinking Steve Nash is better than Trae Young.
I'm surprised with your Dirk one. And I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying you're right. That's the toughest one.
All 5 guys are better all-around players than Dirk. All 5 of them. And 3 of them have championships. So if you're going to use the championship as an excuse, you can't do that because all 3 of them have it. So
I would say the most likely one you have to kick out is Shy.
probably Shy, because I mean, Shy or Tatum.
When do we got to start knocking
in
on the door for Shy to like, hey, it's time to win?
No.
No?
It has to happen now. I mean, I don't think with Shy, he has a little bit of LeBron syndrome where his team isn't great. And
Yeah.
He's carrying a load. So it's like,
That's a big load to carry.
if you win one, that's like fucking enormous. But yeah, he has to win soon. With Dirk, bro, don't forget, guys. Like
He's had some
we remember
letdowns.
Dirk like beating Miami in the NBA Finals, but I also remember Dirk giving up a 3-1 lead to a 7th seed, 8th seed, Warriors. I remember Dirk not making it to the finals for a real long time. I remember
Dirk getting upset, getting in the first round.
I remember Dirk. Yeah, that's the 3-1.
The year that they
They
had
were
the
up
best
3-1 on
record
the
in the
8th
league.
seed.
The Believe,
And
the
they,
Believe team. with Baron
I remember
Davis.
him giving up a 2-1
Great
lead in
talent.
the NBA Finals to Miami Heat and a young D Wade. Not shitting on the guy's resume. He has an all-time great resume. But again, when we're comparing to other greats, this shit matters. You guys always bring up LeBron's 2011 Finals. If you do that, you have to bring up everybody else's downfalls.
True.
That is what it is.
Let's do something else because we do this a lot and we laugh a lot and we joke. We'll be like, man, if this player played 10 years ago, he'd be the best player in the fucking world. So I want us to come up with some players that we think would be better like 10 years ago with their current play style. Like they would be like one of the best players in the league with their current play style. Is there anybody that comes to mind for you?
Paolo.
You think
Paolo.
you think he would be
Paolo in 2009, boy, I tell you, cooking.
because he's already good. Now,
Yeah.
nobody take this as we don't think he's good. We're just
No, I
talking
think
about
he's one of the best young players in the league. But like, yeah, Paolo in 2009 is fucking frying fish out there.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram in 2009 is frying fucking
That
fish.
midi
This
game?
is unfair because he already played 10 years ago, but DeRozan is one of those guys.
I thought about that.
He was really good.
You
like,
know
when
who
he
I
was playing
think,
this prime.
and I think this guy's already really, really fucking good, great all-star. Cade.
Cade
has
would
that.
be awesome.
Luka.
Luka would be really good. Yeah, I mean, the guys are obvious. Giannis and Jokic and them guys. But
Wemby.
Joel Embiid would be dominant.
I think that people would fall off their chair if they seen that 7'6" dude shoot that many threes.
Yeah.
They'd bench him.
You talking about Wemby or Embiid?
Wemby.
Oh, Wemby.
He'd be great.
I don't know.
He'd be great, but like
He'd be good, but like,
he wouldn't be playing like this.
no, he would definitely would not be. And I don't know if Wemby would be great 10 years ago.
And maybe that sucks
15 years ago, 'cause they
because
would-
somebody would look at him and say, "You're not allowed to shoot threes."
It was a more physical game, not as far as like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they used to beat him to the rim. No, it's
No,
not
we're
about that,
talking
but it was
about
just
like
the
somebody
actual
would-
play style was more physical.
Somebody would have looked at Wemby and be like, "You need to like
Under
learn
the rim.
every post move
Yeah.
in the world, and that's what we're gonna throw it."
1000%. Zubats would have been great in like 2000, 2009. Yeah, there's some guys. There's some guys having some great fucking seasons this year. You're like, well, what the fuck? Where the fuck did Norman Powell come from, bro?
Yeah.
He said addition
Out
by
of
subtraction.
fucking nowhere, bro. 24 a game.
He said addiction by subtraction. And he was
Yeah, I mean, when your teammate is a Beganese, you're gonna have to come out and show up.
Expecting he's that fucking fried us the other day.
I don't know why we didn't even take him.
Fried
Hey,
us.
with nostalgia, let's go back to nostalgia for a quick second.
Uh-huh.
Which player do you think people suffer with the most with nostalgia?
With nostalgia?
And let's not say Jordan. Somebody else that you think is like still riding on the coattails of nostalgia till today.
Man, you know, up until 3 weeks ago, my answer would have been different. But now I'm going to say Steve Nash, bro.
Who would it have been before?
I don't know. It comes randomly.
Or yeah, like where it's like somebody will.
AI, probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about AI?
Like, I love AI to death, and I grew up like a huge Allen Iverson fan. I want to make that
didn't?
clear.
Who?
Posters on my wall. I had a shooting sleeve. I went
had
to
the-
school,
I
I
had the
swear to God,
shoes.
with a shooting sleeve.
I asked my
bro.
parents, yo, can I get cornrows?
I went to school with a shooting sleeve because of AI, bro. Like, but also we walk away now 15 years later and we say like, yeah, bro. I mean, you were great, but I saw like the Euros do some of the same things you were doing.
But better.
Am I wrong? I saw the same thing, just in a more athletic and bigger body, bro. Like, I've seen guys do that now. I've seen Kyrie do some of the same shit you were doing then. To a way to a championship. Granted, he played with LeBron and you didn't, but like, my point is I've seen that play style.
He's the
Elevated.
He's the
AI's career is more successful than D Rose's though.
It is off
Yeah.
of health. It is,
yeah, because healthy.
and it's more successful than Kyrie. Yes, but bro, you have people putting him in top 10 all time
That's
lists.
what I was just about to say. Is AI one of the most overrated players ever? And I mean this in the most respectful way because, like, if you ask 10 people, one person might have AI in there, and that's like
Top 5. So the problem is he's either extremely underrated or extremely overrated. There's no in between. People
What do
be
you
like, "Oh,
consider him,
AI
point guard or
sucks," or
shooting
"Yeah,
guard?
shooting guard."
Yeah, he ain't no point guard.
Is he a
bro.
top 10 shooting guard of all time?
Yeah, he's top 5.
Is
Maybe.
he a top 10 point guard of all time?
If he's
he-
a point
he
guard,
played point
top
guard.
5. If
He played point guard.
top
and,
5.
And something else
If
too.
we're gonna
And
consider
something
him a
else
point
too. You just got on my ass about this with Joe Burrow, like riding on one like run.
Yeah, 100%.
Like people give him all that credit because he did what he did against the Lakers
100%.
and they won that one game and they didn't have a lot of players. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, there was about 15 more years of his career outside of that.
That late Denver team, all they did was legit trade AI for Chauncey, and that was the difference between first round and West Conference Finals.
Yeah.
As much as we shit on Chauncey, that's all they did. It was a trade for those two.
Nostalgia hits hard with AI because he was the culture at that time.
He
And
was the
people
culture for a long
can't-
time.
People can't separate.
And we owe AI a lot
Yeah.
of gratitude, bro.
But people can't
That's a
separate
picture.
that.
AI is a picture. We talk about picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
athletes who are pictures, that's a picture, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's a
people can't
fucking
separate that
pic,
though.
bro.
Like people can't separate
The
that
answer.
though. Like, they can't separate.
They can't. It's hard. It's hard. The most nostalgic people are about though is Michael. I know you don't like the answer, but that is
No.
the most
I
nostalgic
just want
one.
something different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Michael. Look, if you want the truth, and with a reason. I mean, he was the GOAT, so like it's gonna be nostalgia.
You know
around
what
it,
it
but
is?
what is it?
People, and it's happening with Tom too, and it happened with Kobe too, and it's going to happen with LeBron. I promise you. When there's somebody that comes along that's worthy to fight for the crown, people forget any struggle that ever happened. It happened for all of these greats. Like people want to act like, Jordan never lost a series, or Jordan never didn't play well,
Play bad, yeah.
or Jordan didn't ever play with anybody good, or Jordan played against great talent. Anything that you can use for one great, you can use for another. But people, you're selective about what you remember, and that's when
100%.
It's legitimately what nostalgia is.
Well, it's also insecurity.
Yeah, I get it.
Because, like, you're not, like, so someone like LeBron, is it fighting Michael Jordan on the basketball court?
He's fighting his
He's
ghost.
fighting your memories.
Yeah.
He's fighting what you walked away, what you carried on for the last 30 years about a guy, about an athlete. And people say what you want, bro. People are passionate about their athletes. So he's attacking that in a sense where it's like, imagine you're 45 years old, right? And you grew up, and when you were 15, Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. He was at his peak, and he was winning NBA championships, and he was three-peating and doing all this. And he felt fake. He didn't feel real. And, like, I also think it was with the reason why I think Pat is so LeBron-like and Tom is so MJ-like is because it happened like this.
Yeah, it happened really close to
Like
each
this.
other. I mean, for God's
Michael
sakes,
retired in
Patty and
01.
LeBron and Tom played each other
Michael retired in 01. LeBron came in 03.
2 years later.
It didn't give people a time.
Yeah.
It was legit. Michael was the GOAT. Hey, bro, there's this kid in high school who looks like he's going to be Michael
NBA
Jordan.
got so lucky.
In like 02, bro. Like he wasn't even a senior in high school yet.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
People
saying?
got to be better, though. Listen.
No, but that worked, but it usually doesn't.
Yeah.
They were right about that guy. Usually they're not right about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I called might be a top 5 player ever one day. And he's 22. Maybe he will be.
You never know.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was a little bit of an overreaction
It was
in the moment.
in the moment. It was like, wow, this kid's because of the age factor. It's like, bro, he's 22. He's only gonna elevate from here. But some guys don't elevate as much as you think they're gonna elevate.
Yeah.
But the other guy, the guys that we do talk about,
Elevate.
the proof is in the pudding, bro. Like it's right in front of your eyes. Again, if you want to know who's better between two guys, just take away everything sometimes at its micro level, I'm sorry. If you saw them on the same basketball court and didn't know their names, who would you walk away saying was better? Typically, the answer isn't what you want to hear. Typically. And I know that's not the end-all, be-all, but it matters.
I would say this, too, though.
It matters, bro.
Like, all right. Kobe Bryant is my favorite player in any sport
Right.
ever. I'm a Lakers fan,
Right.
right? But obviously, Kobe played for the Lakers. Like, I fell in love with basketball because of Kobe.
Right.
Just straight up. It is what it is. Like,
I do too.
there's playoff series that I could sit here and I could tell you play by play what he did and the way he hit the shot and who he hit it over. Like, I fell in love with basketball because of Kobe Bryant. But I was able to put that to the side when somebody was better than him. And I would live smack dab in the middle of Kobe. You know, I don't remember the three-peat to begin with. I remember, like, the back end of it. But I lived through him going through 3 straight championships
Yeah.
and fucking him scoring 81 and him scoring 60 in his last game ever, right? Like,
Right.
But great memories, but you could still walk away and be like, yeah, I mean, LeBron was better than him. It's okay, bro.
It's okay. I mean, it takes. Not granted, Michael was better than Kobe, so it's harder to do that.
So what I'm
but-
trying to say is, it's.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Okay,
We'll do it. We'll do it one day.
Will we though?
Yeah.
LeBron's gonna be tough for you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna do the same thing Michael Jordan fans
Oh.
are doing now. Except the one thing that we don't do is that in the '90s they're just super aggressive. Super aggressive people. That culture was different
Old
culture back in
heads.
the '90s.
They're-
Old heads
yeah.
were they, I mean, just in general, like the
can't
older
argue with
generation was a
us.
super
Yeah, you can't argue
aggressive
with us.
generation as far as arguing. That it really, it's not. If you argued with an old head before, it's not really facts. It's not really a sports debate.
I don't like-
It's usually
I don't-
that motherfucker a bitch. It's not usually a conversation.
The
you know
only
what
thing
I mean?
I don't like the physical word. Like, oh, the league was like, it was so much more physical, which maybe it was because the rules were different. I don't like when you can say one player wouldn't be able to play in that physical league. Like you can't sit here and look at a guy like LeBron James and tell me that he wouldn't be able to play in a physical league, or same thing with like Kobe. Like
Right.
that just doesn't make fucking sense. It just doesn't. They're
No, 100%.
like one guy's 6'8", almost fucking 2.
6'9", 260.
You know what I mean? And Kobe's one of the toughest motherfuckers I've
Like
ever
the
seen.
toughest team that they always bring up is, oh boy, those bad boy Pistons are some bad motherfuckers. You understand that LeBron would be the biggest player on that team?
Oh yeah, because Lamar was their
By
center.
a lot. Lambeer was 6'9", 230.
Like you can't tell me. I watched the Boston
lot, bro. It
Celtics,
was
the big
physical.
three. I watched.
It was physical because they didn't know how to play
I
basketball.
know.
Well, no, not that
Let's
they didn't know how
just
to
be-
play. That's just the way it was then.
That's not basketball. Because it wasn't like that in the 80s.
Yeah.
But that was
That's not
basketball to them.
basketball.
That was,
Huh?
that was basketball to them. That was like
That was the way that they were going to try to
that was-
stop it.
I know, but like that. Different conversation for another day. But then in the 90s, they just
Yo, don't
let's
get me wrong.
just-
I'm not defending
Let's just say
them.
this:
I
the
agree with
NBA
you.
needs to think they're lucky fucking stars that Michael Jordan existed in the 90s. Because if you take Michael Jordan out, that was an unwatchable product, bro. It was six expansion teams in the 90s. It was a bad league. It was a bad basketball league, bro.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Like
bad, bro.
I could point to for some. The big three beat the fuck out of Kobe, bro. The Boston big three, when they had Tony Allen and Rondo and Paul
They
Pierce.
beat him in a basketball sense, though.
Yeah.
They weren't elbowing him in the
But
jaw.
what I'm trying to say is like
They were. Tony Allen was shifting
Yes.
laterally, left and right,
like,
up and down.
You know
It
who's
was
a tough
basketball,
motherfucker?
bro.
Perkins.
Yeah, like bro, Paul Pierce.
Yeah,
we
what
don't
I'm-
like these guys, but they were tough
what I'm
motherfuckers.
trying to
bro.
say
Yes,
is, like,
100%. But they weren't better than Kobe.
It's-
We know that.
Wait, what I'm
right?
trying to say is like there's physical basketball and there's just like, all right,
You're
this
just
guy-
beating somebody
This
up.
guy's so fucking good. I'm about to just pull him
elbow
down
him.
from
That's
his
not
knee.
basketball, bro.
Yeah. You're
That's not
swinging at
basketball.
somebody in the parking in the playground.
That's never been basketball.
Yeah,
It'll never
bro.
be basketball, bro. And we're Detroit. We're Detroiters saying that, but it's never been basketball. And that's not why somebody's better. It's not, bro. Multiple occasions I've seen LeBron get up after he got dropped, and as soon as he walked towards the direction of the guy that hit him, their mood shifts right away. Their energy changes right away.
Nostalgia, man.
It's a motherfucker, bro.
Nostalgia
It's a
hurts ya.
motherfucker. It's a motherfucker, and we're gonna have nostalgia about LeBron. It is what it is.
Hey, do you know that's why last year you guys are getting on me a little bit about it? I was staying a little bit quiet about the whole Ant thing because the NBA's great player, great young guy.
Right.
NBA seen something and they're like, we need to capitalize on this. Boy, we were.
I mean, but that 22-year-old run was one of the best ever. I still
I
say
know,
to this day,
no,
though.
I know
it
that,
was
but
crazy,
like,
bro.
That's what I'm talking about. The NBA is smart sometimes, bro.
Well, so I thought about this. Was that your last topic? Lined up on all the gens?
No, that wasn't on the agenda. The nostalgia was just.
I'm not gonna go for too long, but that's another thing I thought of the other day. When we were, I miss you too, babe. When we were thinking about the NBA.
How you just gonna shout out your wife in a text message?
Shout out, oh yeah.
Go
She
ahead,
just
babe.
texted me, she said, I miss you. Haram.
Hold on.
I miss you too, babe. I thought about this.
I miss you too, Nasreen.
In the shower.
I'm not gonna give. I miss you too, babe.
In the shower, I thought about this because I do a lot of my thinking in the shower. Steam rolling, you know what I mean? Smells phenomenal.
Sexy.
Except when you fart in the shower. Don't fart in. Listen, farting in a steamy shower is bad.
I gotta re-shower if I ever do that.
It's
Have you ever
disgusting.
finished showering then farting?
Are you a fucking psychopath? Who does that?
Okay, sometimes you can't control your
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
gas.
After you fart, while you're still in the shower, you fart.
Like I'm at the end of my shower.
No, like,
it happens.
no.
No,
you
bro,
ever-
you gotta do the old cheek out the shower.
No,
technique,
have you ever showered?
Uh huh.
You just walk out the shower and
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
Guess I go back and I
What
re-shower.
the fuck are we talking about right now?
I thought
Why
you
is it-
shower, you finish showering, I'm done. I got my soap off.
No, bro.
God, that's a lot.
No, I go back in the shower after the fart.
Okay. That's
What do you
a lot.
think is worse, farting in the shower on a hot shower, or farting under the blanket?
Under the
Hot
blanket.
shower is bad
But under the blanket's
because
disrespectful.
it stays there.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
It's not a thing.
It's good.
So I thought about this in the shower. So we talked about why the NBA is a boring sport, right? And we said last time because they didn't have a face, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In the 80s, I'll take it even back to the 70s, they had a GOAT. His name was Kareem.
Or Magic.
The 80s, no, that was the 70s.
okay.
80s had a GOAT, maybe two GOATs in Magic Johnson. In the 90s, you had a GOAT. Who was Michael Jordan? And then in the 2000s, you had a GOAT, and their name was Kobe Bryant / LeBron. And in 2010s, you had a GOAT named LeBron. So who's the GOAT?
Curry.
Curry's 40. Who's the GOAT?
No.
There's no goal.
There's no top 5. There's no top 10 player of all time in this league.
Ooh.
This is the first time this ever happened.
Top 5 player.
There's no top 10 player realistically.
This
Top 10.
motherfucker put Joe.
We're talking about top 10 player of all time,
said
not top
center.
10, not
Oh.
top center. Top 10 player of all time. Where are they at? It stopped.
Curry.
No, Curry's 40.
He's 40, brother. I'm talking about from the new crowd.
Because like you could even say LeBron. Like there's nobody in the new crowd that you're looking
There's no
at as,
GOAT
like,
anymore.
making their GOAT
Like
run.
usually there's a GOAT,
Okay.
and he's
I
about to go on his
understand.
run.
Okay.
One GOAT retires, and he goes to fucking oblivion, and the other one takes over.
Think about it in football sense.
So okay, LeBron leaves now. Who's the next? Who's the next top 5 player of all time in the league? Who is it?
It's gonna be Giannis probably.
No, it's too late for Giannis, bro. I love Giannis to death. It's too late for him to be a top 5 player ever. He needs to win at least
Yeah.
2 or 3 more.
There isn't.
No.
There isn't.
That's fucking nuts.
That's
That's never
where the-
happened ever.
And that's why we're
that's we go back because how good this league is. Like how
No.
like
No.
because the goats
No, because
overcome
all of
it
them
all.
are better than all those guys.
Yeah, the goats overcome that and become the goat.
yeah I don't know.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
goats.
I
They
don't know.
disappeared.
And then that's why that's why we complain about basketball so much.
So the goat in the
Well, selfish.
NBA
Cool.
is endangered. It's an endangered species right now in the NBA. Goats. It's an endangered
TBD.
species. And haram NBA. We lost Kobe, LeBron, and Steph. We're gonna lose them in a span of 10 years.
It's
a lot to lose.
Oh no, never mind.
All at once like that.
I like what Colin said.
It's a lot.
I like what Colin said. You just don't fall in love with any of the players right now because they're all international. The international guys just shock you. They come up out of nowhere and you're like, holy fuck, who the hell is that? There's nobody that you grow up with. Remember like how excited we were for Zion because we watched him in college? And then when he came into the league, we were like, fucking, oh my God, like we need to see this guy. Like I remember like watching Austin Rivers come up from high school to college and like we were waiting for him to come on. Remember people calling him like fucking Sub-Zero? Like nobody comes out of college as this big hyped motherfucker. And then like we fall in love with him from the beginning. Did you know who Ant was before he got drafted?
No.
Did you know who like Cade was before he got drafted?
No, but I'm not looking for that anymore, though. I used to look for it when I was younger. Now I
No,
don't
but you're
care
not
about it.
looking for it because it's not advertised anymore.
Zion was the last
It's
one.
not pushed anymore.
I don't think college has anything to do with it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I-
Did you watch Kobe and Lower Merion High School?
No, but I knew who the fuck LeBron was before he came to the league.
You heard his name.
I know.
But you
Guess
didn't
what?
go watch.
No,
You know who
St.
I knew?
Vincent St.
You know
Mary
who I knew
games.
before came into the league though. I knew who Curry was.
Carmelo too.
I knew who I
Carmelo
knew
Syracuse.
Curry. Yes, bro, was all that anybody talked about, and I'm not saying it's a big part.
Wasn't because you were watching him in college. I promise you. No.
Kim, you weren't watching
'Cause these guys
Davidson
aren't that
watch
good.
play
No, no,
basketball, bro.
It's 'cause these guys aren't
what
that
I'm trying
good.
to say is, it was you go on ESPN. Yes, like Curry, Melo, they were
I've been seeing a lot of Cooper Flag lately.
yes, and I bet you're gonna have
I'm
a
not
little
that
bit.
excited.
You're gonna have a little bit, but if he like, let's just say he like does big things in college, you're gonna have a little bit of a. I
He's
have a
doing
little
big
bit
things
of,
in college.
I have a little bit of
He
an attachment to
scored
Cooper.
43 the other day.
I might see an attach. I might have a little bit of attachment to Cooper Cup.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag. But like, do you get what I'm not saying it's a big reason.
I just think there's no GOAT.
Yeah, there isn't.
It's because there isn't anybody that's that good yet in the NBA.
True.
Yeah, the same thing with the NFL though. NFL always had a GOAT.
They still do.
It was Montana,
Brady.
Brady at one point. There was somebody in the middle. Hey, so we missing GOAT quarterback Troy? Nah, Troy. But there
Montana won the Super Bowls in the 80s.
was Montana.
Brett Favre, no.
There wasn't really a GOAT in the 90s, though. Like a GOAT.
90s. We might be missing somebody.
John Elway.
John
John Elway was 80s, too.
Steve Young.
No.
But that's not a GOAT, though.
I mean, he's considered.
You had Montana.
Marino, Dan Marino,
80s.
John Elway.
Elway played in the 90s, right?
Late 90s, he was probably the closest thing to go.
So you had Elway,
Brett Favre was in the 90s.
and then you legitimately went into the fucking.
Yeah, but the 2000s. But if you notice, the NFL got more popular after the
Yeah, but
2000s. though, 'cause
then you had
you had
Tom,
Peyton, Tom, and all these guys.
and then you have Patty and the other guys. Yeah, there's.
But Petty's still
And then
there.
Jayden Daniels.
Yeah, you don't legitimately. There's nobody that you could sit around here and you could say has the
To even be top 10.
like Joker was another championship to see start putting his name in that.
Him and Giannis are knocking on the door, but it's not enough for you to be your best player.
It's
It's
a bad-
never been enough.
It's a bad product, man.
It's never been enough.
I don't believe it's a. I'm a push back on that a little bit. I don't know. I think that we're bored.
It's an ugly product to watch. I would
Yeah.
say it's a boring product to watch.
Yeah.
We're bored, Hakeem, but there's no like.
No, it's a bad product. When you're bored of something, it's 'cause it's
I
bad.
think that because I can. When football comes, when football leaves, you're gonna see your spirit get up a little bit.
A little bit. Not as much as what it was, though, back in the day.
No.
Why, though?
No, it hasn't been like that for a while for me.
Do you remember the TNT Thursday games?
Yes.
Had
Do you remember
it hasn't been
exciting
like
those?
that, but
Yeah.
had it,
Remember how
it hasn't
exciting
been
those
like
were?
that for a while.
Remember watching Boston and fucking Chicago?
Yes.
You didn't even have a dog in the
Yeah.
race.
And you were
You
watching.
hated both teams.
I hated
and you
both.
loved those games. You were looking forward to watching them.
Patty, how long has it been since you were truly excited about a game?
Not that long ago.
No, you want to know when the last time I was excited about a game?
4 years ago.
You want to know the last time?
The bubble. I was looking forward to every single
Yeah.
game during the bubble.
Before the bubble,
Uh-huh.
the last time I was truly excited was when it was like the Lakers versus the Clippers. That was right before the bubble when they went into that bubble. It was the same year.
Yeah. And LeBron and Kyrie versus the Warriors.
But since
were
then,
sick. But that wasn't that long ago. If you think about it, Hakeem.
that's almost 4 years now.
That's not that long in NBA terms. It's not a
But it
huge
goes
time
back to your
frame.
point. There's no GOAT. There ain't
Yeah.
nobody I'm riding with. I was excited.
Are we just not?
No.
I'm not even gonna put it out there yet. I'm not even gonna do it.
No, say, are we getting old heads?
Too many Celtics fans on this spot. I don't like it. They watch our pod.
What? Say it.
Are we just not giving enough credit to Jason Tatum?
No, because
Because what if he wins this year with the Finals MVP? He'll have 2 NBA championships by the age of 26.
that's fine. Yeah, he would be knocking the door though. But
No,
he's
he'll
not.
Be, he'll be at that door though.
Okay,
But he's just not as good.
But that's
Like
still,
when we watch him, we just realize
like,
he's not
that's
as good
the
as
problem,
those guys.
though.
yeah.
Like, yes, he could put himself a career where he could possibly knock himself into the top 10, but not right.
but he's clearly not a GOAT.
but he's not.
Like Kobe at 20 was better than Jason Tatum is now.
What it
Right.
is right now. Somebody didn't watch basketball. I'm not saying, hey, this is who I want you to watch.
Right.
I'm not gonna be Jason Tatum. There's like 3-4 guys ahead of him. I'll be like, hey, watch this fucking Joker guy. Oh, why is that 7-footer bringing the ball down the court? Is he supposed to be the point guard? No, he's their point guard. Yeah, he has 35, 12, and 12, buddy.
Or the other guy was 42, 18, and 6 blocks.
Why does that guy touch the rim and half court line at the same time? You know,
But they're
what
not GOATs.
But that's
But
what
they're
I'm
not
trying to
GOATs.
say.
Like,
There's-
let's be honest.
Yeah, but
Nikola
that's why
Jokic
we're
can't
not,
be your best player.
Yeah, we're not taking anything away from Tatum, but he's just normal among those guys.
Nobody's as
tough.
explosive as they were back in the day. There's no explosiveness.
That might be the issue.
there's no
that
like,
really might be the issue.
Dunking on your dunkers and
Yeah,
shit.
that might be the issue.
There's no rivalries.
That's
Like,
why.
there's
That's why
none
the
of that
whole
shit.
world was holding on for dear life
Exactly.
with Ant last year
There's no
because he was
this
dunking on your
league is
dunkers,
weak, bro.
and he was winning
You
basketball.
know who I
games.
fucking love?
And he was D'ing up.
You know who I fucking love? I love Cade Cunningham. Went on TNT and called out Jalen Green. He's like, anytime I see him, I want to go at him. We're not friends.
Yeah, but that's
I love, but like,
But again, Cade can't be that guy.
but I'm trying to say is like, I like those rivalries. Like our Detroit Pistons team, they play with like fucking sass.
Yeah, 100%.
Even like,
shout out to Detroit.
but what I'm not even trying to shout them out. It was just like, you know what?
so unfortunate with Jaden Ivey too. He was having a fucking.
You know what the
year,
NBA
bro.
needs to do? I thought about this the other day. The NBA needs to do rivalry week, where they put teams against each other. Create rivalries at this time.
I feel fake. It would feel
No,
forced.
I would love it. I would love it.
It would feel
What do you
forced. bro.
create? Minnesota versus Dallas?
They used to do that without doing it. If you think about it,
Yeah, I know.
all the primetime games on TNT and stuff would be 2 teams that like.
yeah, but do
Yeah,
it.
you know.
Just fuck it. Make it rivalry week.
We'll
Fuck it.
never get another. We'll never get another Kobe LeBron game in.
Nope.
That'll never happen for a long time.
Oh no, no.
I remember running to my TV, bro. February 9, one day after my birthday. Watch LeBron fucking cock him.
And every time fucking Kobe had him in the post, he put that fucking rainbow
16
fadeaway
and
right on his
6.
head.
16 and 6 against LeBron in your career, man. 16 and 6. Really?
Kobe-
Less
but-
points, rebounds, and assists. Really?
Come on, LeBron.
Really?
Meet Kobe there. He waited at the championship for you 3 straight years. You
Really?
couldn't get there?
You let LeBron at 22 years old walk in your house, score 30, and hit the game winner in your face? Really?
But why couldn't
So
LeBron
we're
get to the
doing-
finals?
Really?
He waited 3 years for him.
LeBron, are you stupid? You average 40, 10, and 8 against Orlando. Next time, average 45 and get there, man.
Kobe waited there for 3 years.
Kobe had the most expensive roster in the league. The other guy was playing with Delonte
He
West.
waited 3 years, bro.
3 years? Why didn't he get there in 07 when LeBron got there? Yeah.
He had Smush Parker.
With all the Bobby Gibson. See that? No.
What?
This league is not good, man.
It's not.
Sorry. It's just not good, bro. It's not
Because
good.
even with Kobe and Smush Parker, those motherfuckers were must-see TV.
It's not good.
I swear to
bro.
God.
It's not
LeBron
good.
with Boobie Gibson. This motherfucker made Mo
Not good.
We're
Williams.
talking about Norman Powell. Oh man, they're still like 7th in the West. Who's the second guy? Oh, the second guy is James Harden.
Norman Powell.
Oh, they got Kawhi
But
Leonard
guys
on
like
the
Norman,
bench.
but guys like, you know what I wish I
They
could do?
got
I wish I
Zubats
could. I
off
wish
the
I could take someone like Norman Powell,
Yeah.
give him 6 more points a game, and have him be an elite defender. Someone like that is what we need.
Yeah, that's.
It's Ant, man. Ant, step
I'm
the
not.
Uh-huh.
fuck up, bro.
I'm not gonna go run.
Stop
And
laughing.
went backwards this year, bro.
Yeah, Ant, step the fuck up, bro.
Come on.
He had a CJ Stroud, bro. He had a great season.
This is like 4th year in the league.
I think that
mean, but look.
I said it all summer. He will never do anything in Minnesota. Minnesota went and traded him.
You know what, man?
Traded Cat
Maybe you're
for
right.
the biggest ball stopper in the fucking world. It doesn't work.
Maybe you're
And They
right.
did it for money.
Randall's having a good year, though.
He's a ball stopper, bro. It's the
He's
reason
having a
why
good year.
nobody looks at him. He's a ball stopper. He wouldn't. You can't have Randall on your team and win.
I like Randall, bro.
I like him too,
Dog.
but he's a fucking ball stopper. He's a ball stopper. Go watch the Minnesota.
They were looking for something like that, though, in Minnesota.
Go look.
But no, Hakeem, I promise you, they were looking for something.
Is that
like
why they were kind of gagging his trade interest already?
But because I mean, it didn't work. But that's what they were looking for, bro. Cat wasn't able to create his own shot last year in the playoffs, bro.
Got him to the championship.
Someone like Randall can.
Yeah, got him to the Western Conference Championship though.
He got him there. Nas Reed outplayed him against Denver. He
Hell of a
outplayed
fucking
him.
player, Nas Reed, baby. Alrighty, guys.
The Marcus Gamby episode.
Next,
What are we at as far as subs right now?
we are at 2160.
Is we?
The goal is 5,000. We got to get to that next point.
Somebody comment on Instagram. I hope you don't get there.
Damn.
And, oh my God, Bills were. after
Look
you,
at me.
boy.
Fuck you.
For real. Bill's Mafia.
Let's say he's a fucking troll.
Yeah, that troll.
Come to Detroit, bro. Come to Detroit.
My gangsters and all my
We are-
thugs.
we are Mafia.
Who the fuck is that?
Hey,
So
next week when we
somehow-
come here, we're gonna have a Super Bowl all set up.
Welcome to the
We're gonna have 2 people in there.
What you getting?
Super Bowl.
What you
set up.
getting for the Super Bowl? You can do sliders again or what?
I don't got no pizza in the fucking can, bro. Somebody can open up a pizza joint that's good, man. You don't know. You can't boil eggs, bro. You can try to.
Oh, I throw down.
Boil it. Can't make a cup of water.
No, what I throw down, bro? What I throw down?
Oh shit.
What I throw down, bro? What's wrong with you guys? حمار هذا. Like 80.
All right, we out, baby. We gotta cut this off before this guy. Love you guys.
80.
Keep on showing that love. Hey, I love the bad comments. It makes me laugh. It makes my day. All the support in the world. We need
Shout out
it, baby.
Shafi'a.
Love it.
One shit off.
Peace out,
One
baby.
shit off.